Okay, so think I'm live. Think things are going to go a little bit better tonight. Because I'm feeling a little more, what's the word, lethargic, I suppose. So I'm not going to be as active as last time. So hopefully that means things will go smoother. And then again, starting with nobody watching yet, but that gives me time to do a little bit of house cleaning from the last stream that we did. So, some corrections I wanted to make. Oops, wrong screen there. Ooh. So, some corrections I wanted to make. So, yesterday, I think we brought up, that Zed here is based on somebody who worked on the game, one of the programmers, somebody there, and we were talking about what condition he has. That is based on, and I said some stupid BS or whatever, but what he actually has is hyperacusis, I believe is what it's called. It's hyperacusis, which is increased sensitivity to sound or low tolerance for environmental noise. So that's the lore behind Zed there that I wanted to correct. Second thing that we wanted to correct is that Gigi's on the list now. Fix that right after the stream ended, so now you can rank him properly with the rest of the NPCs if you're using the list too. So Gigi got properly put into I like you category, and we'll talk about that more if we see him again, because we're gonna try again. Aim of this stream is to talk to everybody, hear all of their dialogue, and rate them based on how interesting I find them, or like how well they meld into this world, I guess, in my opinion. Which is always right 100% of the time, I think. So, with that said, I think that's all the housekeeping I wanted to do that I can think of. So, I'm going to get started because next part, we're not going to meet any new NPCs until I get through eating, so we're just going to go through that, and hopefully some more folks will join us along the way. So, oh, crap, I forgot to add the sound back in. Let's do that. Actually turn that down for a bit because it's a little hard to hear myself when the music's so loud. But if it's unbalanced, do let me know if you're watching later. I'll bring that up again. For now, let's go and destroy a child's prized possession. So much terror. Oh, crap. No. Oh, we cannot have just, what happened to my controls? Okay, that's yes button. Oh, no. The buttons are all mapped weird. Oh, why is this happening now? No. Good thing no one's here for the time being while I go ahead and fix this, so y'all get BRB screen while I try to get the controls fixed. Me oh my. Okay, are we fixed? Are we good? Jeez. I don't know what it is, but it seems like every time I restart the game, like, the buttons get double mapped. So, like, select and end become the same button. It's really weird. But it's fixed now, so should be able to hopefully start. Oh, I forgot to mention this during the housekeeping. I didn't. Oh, why'd I exit out? Something I'm trying right now is a voice filter to make Kuneho sound a little more robotic's not quite the right word, but electronic, I suppose. Yeah. But if it's annoying, let me know. If it sounds bad or anything like that, let me know. But this was always this was something I wanted to do with the character for sure. So I'd like to try to make it work, but if it's just not a good thing, then I may drop it as a gimmick. But for now, let's get over to Yinu's district and get that started so we can meet some more NPCs. And I guess in the meantime, while we're not talking about the game too much, I guess just things going on in general. Oh. No wait, we can't talk to some of the NPCs, because we can see if they have any new dialogue. Because I don't remember if I did that before I closed out last time. Because I know I met Jimmy without y'all and rated him. But we'll get back to him when we see him again. No, I think this is the same as last time.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so. Moving on. Things going on. Not too much. I've mostly just been focusing on this for the time being. I was very excited to get this started because I feel like it'd be something fun to do. I'm generally whatchamacallit, a kind of shy person, so I've kind of been nervous about doing this kind of thing. I didn't get that last time, so I got this whole row. I remember stopping here to talk about the weirdness about it. But, anyways. Oh, that's my train of thought again. Let's see if they have anything interesting to say. Probably not. Oh, it's hard to get a lock on some characters.
Interesting that they use music in this way.
But I did want to give streaming a try because I've always felt like it was something that I could try out at the very least. Something fun, but don't know how it's gonna go. Gonna do my best with it. And to do my best, gonna have to do some of these uglier streams while I work out the bugs, getting this done and started, which I think is a good thing to do. Not be overconfident in the project, but I'm hoping for good things. Oh, I guess I didn't need to attack him. Yeah, for these I'm probably going to focus mostly on speeding through them as best as I can. I don't really have too much interesting to say about the approach levels, because I spend so little time in them, and any trivia that I do have is about, like, sound design stuff, which I'm not, knowledgeable enough about to, really talk about in depth. I think I was watching a stream about how the sound designers or programmers, probably a combination of both of them, work together to make sure like the timing of breaking through the security wall things was always in time with the music, so you'll slow down or speed up depending on where you are, which is kind of interesting. I don't know too much about the, whatchamacallit, like, game dev side of stuff. I've mostly collected, like, lore and trivia, all that kind of stuff. But programming stuff I don't know too much about, sorry. But if I do know it, I'll mention it. But only thing I can recall at the wait a minute. I just noticed that my HUD is missing. I must have turned it off while I was doing the settings, but that's not strictly necessary. It adds a layer of danger, because you never know when we're gonna die. Hopefully it should just be a non-issue anyways. Yeah, because you kind of see how you slowed down while we were on the railing to make sure we landed on the beat. Cool stuff. I'm probably close to dying. Can I turn the HUD back on? I think I actually need that. Why does all my stuff just turn off? Now that you mention it. Oh, beat visualization should be there. Okay, HUD's back. Great. And I do see that someone else was looking at the chat, so I fell off the world. I was just gonna mention that, notice that someone's here, so thanks for joining me on this very, slapdash stream, but appreciate you nonetheless. Thank you. Right now, just trying to get through the stages as fast as we can. Like, you know, in hindsight, I'm not sure how good of an idea it was to start off with the game where I don't focus on any of the actual gameplay. Because I really do like this game. That's why I picked it as the first game for me to try, because then I wouldn't have to focus too much on playing well, and could just focus on getting used to speaking, which I think is the weakest part of me right now. Because I don't think you really go... Well, I think it depends on the person and what you're looking for, but I generally don't come to gameplay screens for excellent gameplay. Like, I need decent gameplay. If the person gets stuck there for a while, it's a little frustrating to watch, but in general, I think that the personality of the person is one of the more important things, just generally speaking. So, for me to feel like I'm doing well at this, I do need to get a little more comfortable with actually doing it. So, that's where the idea of rating the NPCs came from, instead of focusing on the game, but in hindsight, maybe not the best idea. Because the best part of I'm basically skipping over the best parts of this game, but I'm not here to advertise it to y'all. The game's too old for that now. If you were interested in it, you would have gotten into it already. That said, if you haven't played this for some reason, and you're watching this stream, then do consider it. It's a fun game. Lots of great characters, great sound design, the bosses are fun for the most part. The only thing I ask of you is that you avoid the Switch version if possible, because it's just the absolute worst version of this game. Still playable, still good enough to get through it if that's your only option, but if you have other options, take them, please. Please take them. Morty Rutland. Hi, hello. Nice to see ya, or meet ya. I don't think I recall your name from anywhere, but I am happy to see a new face if you are new. Or if you are someone I know, let me know, because I'm embarrassed that I don't know. Wait, Morty! Morty! I do know you! I should have gotten that the first time, but thanks for joining us for my stream. Yes, yes. One of the old Tumblr buddies. I don't know if you've, have you played this game before? I know you probably know all about it, because how much I don't shut up about it, but do let me know if you played it before. Crap, missed it. Oh. Sorry, focusing a little bit, because it actually takes a little bit of concentration to avoid those attacks. Oh. I just remembered I don't have any of the upgrades, so I can't actually combo right now. But, I think Yinu is probably one of the, best battles in this, game. Music's great, the gameplay matches very well with it. Like, I wish I could articulate it a little better than that, but I think Yinu is absolutely the best, boss fight in this game. Oh, dang it. Why did I switch to Zook? Ah, well. Go back. Did I turn voices off, too? Give me a sec. How many of my options did I mess up? All audio's on, language is on. I turned the subtitles on, finally. They were talking at the beginning. Did we bug out? Oh, no. Well, there's nothing else I can do. Just keep going, I suppose. Oh! 'Cause I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be, like, some, banter during this section. And there's at least minimum supposed to be, sound, like, voice lines from Mayday and Zook when you switch between them. They're not doing that at all. Get some health while I'm here. Let's see. So, random things on my mind. I recently watched the finale of the, Monuments Mythos. I don't know if anyone else has been watching that or is into analog horror and stuff like that, but that was something, man. Like, there are 3 analog horror series that I've been keeping up with lately. Gemini Home Entertainment, the Eventide Gallery, Library, I forget what it's called, and the Monument Mythos. I'm usually not into horror stuff because my mind wanders too much and I usually can't handle it, but in a general sense, I like it. I mostly like to engage with it from I guess what you'd call a safe distance, so with other people covering it, but I just like these so much that I've just been watching them on my own time, and they're fun. But I think of them all, the Monument Mythos has been one of my favorites. It's also been the one that scared me the most. I don't know why I now have an irrational fear of a statue peering at me through the window because of this show. But it just freaked me out so much, just that idea. Freedom haunts my nightmares now. Crap, missed it. Oh, I knew I was gonna miss it too. Oh, why'd you get launched so far? Ugh. Okay. Alrighty, can I get this in before you hit me? Missed. I think before I kind of got used to the pacing and controls of this game, that I probably died to you more than anybody else, though. Like, when I first got the game, definitely died to every boss at least once, except 1010, because they are unbelievably easy, even in the Switch version. But everybody else died to at least 2 or 3 times. Sometimes I don't know if they're gonna double launch or do 1, 2. That one's a little bit weirdly telegraphed, but yes, I know, you're angry at me. And, in the Switch version, I think these attacks, or the attacks with this phased, were, like, totally broken. And I don't know if I was just doing them wrong, but just something about it was not good. Like, the attacks wouldn't happen where they said they would. And that one I have no idea how to completely avoid it. Maybe Zook is able to do it? Mayday has a little more startup time of her attacks. And most of her actions, she's a little bit slower, so I don't know if maybe she's just capable of avoiding those when she smacks the ground with her face, but I don't know. Oh, Lord. Not paying attention, stalking again. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Oh! The ammo is still there. Alrighty. Oh! You know, I probably should have at least equipped some of the special moves you can get, but I don't have anything on me right now. Because I'm just blasting through them. I want to go talk to the NPCs as soon as possible. So we can finish up our tier list. I think we've only got 4 more characters left, I believe it was. And we have... We have Celine, we have Yurik, we have Amal and we have Hayane? Hayane? I forget. I'm not quite sure how you say your name, but when we look at it spelled, we'll take a look at that.
One way to end this.
Way ahead of you, Zook.
So I think the first one we should see is probably Amal, because he only appears in the top section of the Natura district, I think. I don't think he appears below, because that's where we found Timmy. But no one was around for ranking Timmy, so we'll talk about it again when we go back to the tier list. Okay, let's get through this section.
Triplets! She's going all out!
Massive damage!
Oh.
Massive damage!
I think it's kind of weird how you can't roll during this segment. You'd think you'd be able to, since that's like your invincibility thing, but since it's an auto runner, I guess everything was disabled. Also like how it's switching between the rock and EDM thing, because the game doesn't know how to handle it. Well, in-game, in-universe, the thing doesn't know how to handle it, since she's going all out on classical. I thought that was kind of cute. Alrighty. And sadly, we're gonna have to... The music note's still up there. We're gonna have to go through this very emotional scene. Skip through it. I'm sorry. But we're not here for regular gameplay. We're here to go talk to some folks. Because there's nothing more I love than a good bit of flavor text. Oh boy, this part takes so long. Just let me mash through, and you're gonna give me all my rewards. Thank you. Man, music's getting kind of creepy. I don't really listen to it that much. There we go. Alrighty. Yes, I know. I get it. Alright, back to Earth, please. Or what we assume is Earth. Okay. Let's go ahead and do Pirate Radio first. Hear from Zam a little bit. That way we can maybe update the list after we go talk to Amal.
Vinyl City. With us are some special guests who are no strangers to Zam FM. It's a pleasure of mine to welcome Bunk Bed Junction.
Zam ever, like, actually interview other people in this place?
What's up, everyone? Today we'll be doing something a little bit different. We'll be taking calls from your fans and have you answer some of their questions. Are you ready?
Wow, interesting.
Ready? Let's go.
And we have our first caller. Hello there.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey there.
Oh my, I'm really talking to Mayday and Zook.
Indeed. And you are?
Oh, I forgot how... I'm Jenny. I was wondering, is there like a leader for Bangbit Junction? Who runs the band?
Well, we don't really...
In a way, I'd say it's May. In a sense that she does most of the running, and I do the running after her.
Even if there are conflicting differences between your music styles and beliefs? Or is there none of that?
I'd say I'm more of a by-the-book kind of guy, while May's great at rocking to things by her own intuition and experience. But that doesn't really put a damper on what we want to do as a band.
I agree. Music shouldn't be bound to any rules. Although, I am still pissed that Zook is using NSR drumsticks.
They're good, okay?
Even so, they're from the very tyrannical company we're trying to take down.
Listen, if you want me to perform my best, then I need to use the best tools, okay? And it just so happens that NSR makes the best sticks. End of story.
Ugh.
You seem to have a very clear stand when it comes to brand loyalties, Mayday.
Alrighty. I'm not sure if I should skip through this too, because since it's mostly Mayday and Zook talking, and they're not NPCs, we don't really need to be listening to it for our purposes. But, I don't know, I think this part is kind of interesting. We'll talk about it when they're done talking. What are my options? It's all about standing with my pencil, shouldn't be. Personally, well, I want to get along with everybody right now. Not that this changes anything, but here we go.
Let him have his dopey sticks.
And despite this answer, she still breaks them anyway, so I don't know what the point of choosing these options is.
Glad you can see it.
I'll talk about it in a
I
bit.
was afraid I'd lose my drumsticks at some point.
You will. Don't get too confident.
Hey. Okay, I guess we'll leave you two at that. That's all the time we have today, folks.
So soon. Goodbye, Mayday and Zook. It was nice talking to you too.
Thank you, Jenny.
The pleasure's ours.
Thanks for your time, Mayday and Zook. Hoping to have you two here again soon.
Alrighty. So, what I wanted to talk about, and what I like about the pirate radio thing, despite it being kind of weird for gameplay, is that it's kind of, whatchamacallit, it's like a side story. It's because in the main story, for the most part, we don't see Mayday and Zook really have any disagreements about what's going on, which is why I find Zook kind of, he's not technically a static character, because he's got stuff going on his own side of the story, with Eve and DK West. But for the main story, he really doesn't do too much, except follow Mayday around, in my opinion. But I think the pirate radio segments kind of show that, despite it all, they are going through troubles. Like, there is conflict between them, which could be an interesting story beat, but it mostly resolves itself. I just wish that there's more gameplay to that part. Because otherwise, I'm not sure what the point of this is, besides more lore like that or storytelling. Because your reward for doing these is the extra bit of fans and, I guess, a sticker. But I don't think the sticker is exclusive. I'm not sure if you get more or less fans depending on your answer, so that's something I've wanted to test but never remembered to actually do, so don't know what the point of it is from that, but otherwise I think it's a cool, neat little thing. Because I do like hearing about little extra things going on.
And
No, stop talking to me. Stop talking to me!
what?
Good luck, you two.
Heard it too much. Heard it too much. Okay. So, know about those guys. Let's go do this. Only got one more chance to do this. I guess it really is a random chance for him to eat that fish. And it's not guaranteed to happen. Okay. Let me see if I can at least put on some mods so I have some more options available to me. More than one transform is kind of useful, especially for 1010. And I've been doing pretty good on health. Even with distractions, we've been pretty good on that. Okay, so do that. Guess that. Okay. Oh, I never went through this. Yes, yes, I know. This is not even worth equipping. Okay, let's get her gone. Oh yeah, Gigi's here now. You don't ever get to talk to him again. That's a shame. We do get one more scene from him, but I don't think he talks in it. So, it's time for one more round with the NPCs, see if anything they say has changed.
It's you two. I've seen you two on the news. Better not think of causing a ruckus while I'm here. I'm not in the mood.
Oh, never mind. I don't think I've ever gotten that dialogue from him. So, he is, a prick.
Excuse me. Could I get a coffee refill? Why do you keep approaching me?
Yeah, because I need your dialogue, bro.
Excuse me. What
Give you one more chance to say something else, because it's a little random.
Why do you keep approaching
One
me?
more chance, because it took him forever to say the "what is love" line.
Why do you keep approaching me?
One more chance.
It's you. I've seen you two.
Saying
on
this
the
one
news.
again.
I'm not in the mood.
Not in the mood. And either be on our side, quit, or do your dang job. Oh boy. Okay.
I've been hearing a lot about you two lately.
Have you?
Getting more and more famous, huh? I'm proud of you two.
Oh, thank you, Auntie. We love you.
Thanks, Auntie.
My sentiments exactly. Very
You know,
good.
The fans that have been going to your underground gig have caught the public's curiosity.
Hmm.
A lot of people have been swarming the area. But don't worry, I'll keep your secret safe with me.
Oh, so it is supposed to be a secret. I thought that this was kind of an open secret now. Because people come down here. It's not just Zam and the others. There's a concert going down in here. Like, these people. So who the heck are these people? Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure if this was really thought through that well, but if it's supposed to be a secret, then it's even weirder, the situation here. You talked about a little bit about this last stream. I don't know if I want to go over it
A
again.
lot about you
Okay.
getting more. I'm proud.
Same stuff.
Auntie.
One more chance.
A lot of people have been, but don't worry, I'll keep your secret safe with me.
So, how many people know about this secret? Auntie, Cliff, DJ Zam, Gigi, the hundreds of people that are partying down there as we speak. And I guess that's it, and whoever else gets invited there later. Okay. Well, that's something I'm gonna have to write about later, because that's weird. I can't say anything else more than that. So mine's kind of thinking about that. Okay, let's go see Barbara.
Oh, look, it's 1010.
The most popular boy group in Vinyl City right now.
Don't call them a band.
They look kinda shiny.
Sleek and in perfect synchronization too.
Anything else for us?
Oh, look,
The
Okay,
most
same stuff.
Sleek and in perfect.
I guess Barbara only
synchronization
has
too.
one line per artist. What about you?
I can see you just standing there. And I was being as quiet as possible. Please, take your leave. Okay. Hopefully not. Hopefully never.
And I think that's actually it for me. I don't think she comments on 1010 and Eves.
I can see you just. And I, please. Hopefully not. Hopefully never.
Which is a shame, but we'll keep talking to her in case I'm wrong about that.
Music in this way.
'Cause I thought we'd seen all of Asma's already, but I guess some folks still have more things to say. Hey, is that?
Hey, Zed.
I'm not your dad, young lady.
I think we got that one last time.
Zed.
I'm not your.
I think he has one other line of dialogue. Come on.
What's up, Zook?
He looks really.
Nah, we got this one
We did
already.
a good thing, Zook.
Okay, guess that's it for them. Dash is still over here. Have anything else?
I've been tasked to clean the walls too. All because they've been filled with all sorts of doodles lately. I suppose I should be happy that they're paying me more for this.
Don't think I got that dialogue either.
Graffiti? They're all about Bunk Bed Junction. Whatever that is.
So he doesn't know us, and I guess we're not telling him.
Those graffiti?
Are our
They're all
faces?
about Bunk
Look,
Bed
well,
Junction.
our faces are on a lot of the graffiti. As of the Encore Edition update, how does he not know it's us? See? Another thing broken by this being a feature. Oh boy. I think it is so cool that there is so much wonderful fan art in this game. It is just such a shame that it's come at the expense of the world building. Didn't get these either? Let's get that. I don't think there's any unique NPCs down there. It's just the tourists. He's got more graffiti on him. But I do like hearing that kind of dialogue from the other NPCs. Because... What was that? I must have hit a button. Because it's showing that we're having a little bit of effect on the city, and it's not all good.
Yeah, right.
Was that funny? May, did you?
Never mind.
So, I guess robots are just trying to understand him.
Sounds risky, dude. All the best, though.
All the best.
What? I think I skipped some dialogue there.
Sounds risky, dude.
Nope,
All the
that's
best,
it.
though.
All the best.
Okay, so robots got some stuff going on. Another man or thing of mystery here. Alright, dude, you're becoming a little more interesting. I think we already ranked Robot as being, as I like you, but might have to bump him up. Is there anyone inside use? No. Captain Torpedo is up top here. Where are you? Oh, I almost forgot. We haven't been talking to Joey in every district.
I've been thinking about how to thank you properly.
We'll have to go down there for him.
There's no need to do that.
Oh, but I must. It's the Seafarer's Code. Here's a nifty compass.
I did not skip that dialogue.
It'll reveal many interesting elements of the world.
Alrighty. So, that's part of the reason why we talk to NPCs, or why I want to do this. It's partially to see if there's any other missable stuff like that that you can miss. Because I don't think I found out about the Captain Torpedo thing until the very end of my playthrough, when I decided to talk to him again randomly. So, that was kind of interesting to find out. So, maybe I think he's the only one that actually gives you something, but we're talking to everybody, so let's find out. Oh yeah, Retdex, he's down here, so good thing we came down here.
Defining traits of an artist is perseverance. In composing, creating, playing, and performing. There's nothing quite like successfully putting out an album or closing a concert with a wonderful stage.
Very wise advice, Retdex. Thank you. Okay, enough though.
Successfully putting out an album.
So, I guess we'll need to come down here to talk to him every time, too. What do you have to say?
With the advancement in technology, music would transcend to a whole new level. And I suppose it did. A whole level downwards. You think you can do otherwise? Let's see you try.
Alrighty, Joey continues to be a prick. Great to know, great to know. Oh, something about Encore Edition that I kind of like, but was probably just there in other versions. It just wasn't there in the Switch version. Is Tatiana's speeches after each defeat. Those weren't in the Switch version, so you couldn't hear her get, like, upset about what was going on as NSR loses control of the city. But I thought it was pretty, whatchamacallit. I thought it was pretty, not funny, that's not the word, but interesting to hear how things are progressing. Because I think depending on the kind of person you are, you either already recognize Bunk Bed Junction is doing something kind of wrong, like they're a little bit in the wrong in their situation, but there are little hints that try to guide, I guess, the player towards believing that if they didn't already. Why'd I come down here, besides Joey? Is Timmy still down here? I came down here to see if Timmy had anything else, because his quest didn't actually trigger while we were down here last time. Who the heck is this? Oh, Retdex is here too. Is he in every district?
All work and no play makes one a dull musician. Although I suppose playing music does count as so. Anyway, what I mean is that exploration and relaxation lead to improvements.
You know what? I like Retdex the more I talk to him. I wouldn't hear ready for him to be very low on the list because I just never remember him, but he's pretty cool. He's got some nice things to say.
The good classics. As they were, pure, not the mangled tunes so-called artists put out nowadays. Where are the good renditions? You think you can put out good ones? Let's see you try.
Thank you for continuing to be a prick. Ah, dear. That one, Joey has a really cool design. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to bring this up because we didn't talk about it last time. Joey, voiced by, I don't remember his last name, but voiced by Joey the Anime Man. He's one of 3 characters who I believe is voiced by an internet personality. And we'll get to one of the other ones very soon, actually. Where is Timmy? Is he in the overworld now? Because some NPCs do move after certain events, but I was pretty sure Timmy was down here. Well, we'll look for him in the overworld, because he moves around. Him, Retdex, the Taurus, they all move around, so he might be on the surface now. See if we can find him, then we'll go to our tier list. Oh, here's the second internet personality. So I don't know this one's name. We'll have to look for that in the credits.
How adorable! Hello there. Zook, look. Isn't it just precious?
A unicorn? But they don't exist.
They do now!
Let's just bask in awe of this guy for a little bit, because this is the only time we'll get to see him, quote-unquote, feral. Yeah, he's really committing to it. I give him that. Alrighty, let's talk to you, see if you got anything else.
Unicorn, looking as brilliant as ever.
You know, May, I really think there's something amiss with this unicorn.
You just still don't believe they're real.
Last thing.
Hello, Miss
Okay.
Looking.
You know,
You just still don't believe they're real.
I think that's probably it for that, but we'll talk to him again after 1010, because he does change after every, what do you call it? After every artist defeat. Where in the world is Timmy? He's supposed to have a little quest for us. You play some music for him and he gives you something. And he talks a bit more about the damage that's going on through the city. Let's see. Did he move to the Metro Division? He might be down in the Metro. Because he can't be behind a locked area. Wait, who was there? Oh, that's cute. I don't know what he's doing there, but it's cool to see Captain Torpedo art down here along the dam. Nice, nice. Okie dokes. Well, let's go down then. Hopefully we'll find him there. Down we go. Alrighty. A little bit of this while we search for the last of the NPCs, and then we'll go to our tier list, and then we'll go fight 1010.
Oi, this area's off limits.
Whoa, take it easy there, kiddo. What's with the cape?
It's a parachute lah, Missy. One day, I'll join the Air Force and become a man of the sky.
Air Force? Sorry to burst your bubble, but Final City only has a navy.
What a joke. There's a flying airship that goes around the city.
If you look closely, it's actually a battleship.
No way.
Let's see. I think you have a little bit more.
Again, go away.
Come on, kid. Why so hostile?
Bunch of old geezers. shattering the dreams of us little guys.
Who are you calling old? I'm only 21.
I think he has one more before the next time. No, I think it's not.
Who are you calling old? I'm only 21.
Okay, so got Yurik. Thing. Oh, there's Timmy. There you are.
Oh, hey there! Mind helping me out for a bit? Could you play some nice tunes for me? I need to check if this is working fine. Thanks! Here's something in return.
Thank you.
Oh hey, it's you two.
Hello, Doctor. How are things lately?
Very busy. I just helped out with some large-scale damages over in Akusuka the other day.
Akusuka. Oh, well done.
What will we do without you?
Keep up the good work. We'll not bother you any longer.
You has anything else to say? No.
Very.
Keep up the good
Okay,
work.
so I just realized that was a little bit messed up. So they know that they're causing this guy trouble and they're just ignoring it. Alrighty. That's one more point into being morally ambiguous.
Traits of an artist is perseverance in composing, creating, playing, and performing. There's nothing quite like successfully putting out an album or closing a concert with a wonderful stage.
We hear this already? I feel like I heard him say that already. Nonetheless, it is nice advice, and I do appreciate it. Alrighty, so I think that's all the NPCs for this area. So we're gonna stop here so we can have that background music. Make sure my tier list is up before we switch over. Okay. Go to this overlay. Let's go look at that for a little bit. Okay, so have opinions changed on anybody we've met so far? Cliff stays in his own tier for reasons we talked about last stream. Mia, I think we've reached the end of her dialogue, but she's the best as always, so she stays there. Sam hasn't changed. Auntie's even better. I should maybe make another tier between I Would Die For You and Cliff here. Just one more up so that the ones at the top can move, but I don't know. I'll think about it. Gigi's done nothing new. Timmy, I Would Die For You. We're moving him up. Because we're giving him a hard time and he's just trying to do his job. So now I feel bad for him, or worse for him. So now he gets bumped up. Robot's getting a little bit more interesting. There's something going on with him, but don't know what it is yet, so we're gonna stay here until mystery gets resolved. Zed hasn't changed and isn't gonna change, so he's probably gonna stay here. Captain Torpedo gave us something, so that makes him almost necessary to talk to, just so you can get everything in this game, so if he's gonna get bumped up. And Dash, I got some new dialogue from, so... But is that enough to put him in the I Would Die For You? Yeah. Because now he's in the same boat as Timmy, where we're making his life harder. And I feel bad for him, so... He can go up here. We'll see if he has anything else to say. You went back down by being obnoxious about this. Like, dude's just sitting there telling me about how sad his life is. Whatchamacallit? Unprovoked. And then wants to ask me why we're even talking to him. Like, pick one, dude. Either enjoy our company, or tell us to F off the first time. You can't have it both ways. Reptex is going up. He's grown on me through this. He really has, now that I've actually talked to him a bit. Jan and Daphne still just exist. Their dialogue is not going to change throughout the rest of the game, so they're probably going to stay there. And Barbara is still just a lore dump machine, so hasn't changed much. Okay, so who do we meet? We met Amal today. He hasn't done anything yet besides just be a unicorn, which personally isn't that interesting to me, but we'll talk a bit more about him when he unpeels himself, I guess. Kahon. Isn't she supposed to be at the bottom? Like the bottom of the Metro District? I didn't see her on the way over. I'm pretty sure she's down there, so I guess we'll have to rank her after 1010, because I'm not going back in just flip-flop back and forth. Yurik, right now, he's in You Exist category. I like his spunk, but we're gonna wait to see if his later dialogue actually elevates him up here where I want him to be, because if you didn't know, Yurik is my second favorite NPC after Cliff up here. Oh, love that guy. Because I kind of like the side story he has going on, but we'll get to that when it actually reveals itself. Other than that, just got 2 more left. I wonder if we even need to actually finish this game for the reason we're playing it. Because after we meet Celine, she's the last NPC, and I don't think the other ones change after that. But we'll get there when we get there. And that'll give me time to talk about our dude up top there. Okay. Before I go, let me see if she's here, because her dialogue definitely changes after every... there she is. Right in the corner where I can't find you. Kahon.
Have you heard of 1010? Please check them out.
See you again.
1010's new album has just been released. Please listen to it. If you like it, please purchase it to support their music.
Girl is out here working for her guys.
If you like it,
and she's also the third character that is voiced by an internet personality. But again, I don't remember her name. I do know that who she's played by is like a prominent fighting game player, I think it is. I think it's Street Fighter. I don't recall, but we'll look at that when we get to credits, or maybe I can look that up later. Ah, jeez. Zook, you're too weak! Look at that, Zook! Making me do like 5-10 attacks when Mayday can do it in 2. I know I haven't upgraded you, but you gotta do a little better than that. Let's see. I think 1010's approach segment is honestly one of the worst ones. Mostly because we have these moving platforms that you have to go between. Which is cool in concept. Like the idea of getting to their limo by jumping on cars and things is a really cool idea. But this game does not handle moving platforms that well. It's like it's missing a sense of magnetism, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like you get with like a Mario or a different, like a game that's built around the platforming. Because NSR is really not... It doesn't feel like it's built around the platforming mechanics. It's built around the rhythm game mechanics, first and foremost. Being able to, to hear and assess the attacks based on the music. But navigating is a little bit clunky, is the word. Like, you can get through just fine. And I think I said this last stream, but the entire game is built around you not having all of the upgrades. So, like, the double jumps and dashes that I'm doing, that's all a convenience thing. Which is why I took the time to go ahead and get them. But otherwise, it's totally unnecessary for actually getting through. Which, I guess is good game design. By not making any of the extras necessary, so in theory you could just blast through this game without the, extra stuff. But then I think, well, if you're gonna have that stuff there, why wouldn't you require it of the player, you know? Because a game should be a challenge, right? Like, accessibility options are definitely a thing, but I'm not really sure if this is this falls in the same category as that. Because, like, aside from the bosses, there aren't any, whatchamacallit, actual difficulty options or other ease of access things that I can think of right off the top. Besides, there is a colorblind mode, which is cool to have, but I'm having a hard time thinking of any features that make this game easier besides, like, the power-ups. But a power-up should be something, I think, you'd want the player to equip, right? If you're going to take the time to develop them, because it's another attack option. Let me switch before I die. I'm not paying attention to my health. Or the rhythm, evidently. I would have liked to avoid attacking this guy, but I need to get him away from this thing. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just kind of rambling now while I try to get through this so we can get to the bosses. Like, aesthetically, I like 1010's approach. I like this Tron neon kind of thing we got going on here. It's cool. And again, I like the idea of, like, jumping on top of moving vehicles to get to our real target. Like, that's a fun idea. But the gameplay just doesn't sell it that well. And that's it's a bit sad. Especially in Encore Edition where these cars have really slowed down. Because it used to take them a lot less time to, like, do these transition things that they're doing, which is part of what made this section so difficult originally. But now they're so slow that it's so easy. Whoa! Oh, crap, did I die? Oh, you're not ranked on these segments anyway. And yet, this is still one of the only approach segments that I consistently die on. I don't think I've had a single playthrough of this game where I haven't died to 1010's approach at least once. Which is ironic, given how I used to never die on their main boss fights. So they had the hardest approach, but the easiest boss battle. But even though I didn't die on 1010, their battle still took a long time. The first time I played through it. Because I just was not able to deal enough damage to actually destroy them, so we could bring down Neon J to do real damage to the boss. Ah, dang it, stop! Just let me through, just let me go! Oh, we made it. The segments are only 6? Well, that's good, I don't want to spend any more time here. Let's go. Still got that joint creaking stuff going on. Yeah, I can hear it. Alright, let's go beat ya.
Your flying circus ends now, 1010.
Okay, don't need to hear it. It would have been totally unnecessary, but I do wish there was a different cutscene for that changed depending on which 1010 you actually destroyed, because it's always white no matter which one you do. They also change positions in, like, every single scene. I'll have to look like that. Because when you first see them, it was ordered red, green, white, blue, yellow was on the outside, right? Then in the repair cutscene, it was different again. I missed it. But their patterns are totally changed in Encore, so I don't remember who I'm actually supposed to target. Because it used to always target red, because it's just easier to attack. But I guess we're doing green today. He's the only one I managed to parry. Come on. Because it's easier to attack Red, because he usually winds up closer to the front of the screen. So it's just easier to position yourself. Okay. Okay, got that. Where is he? Dang it, it didn't even get to use him. Boss battle takes so long for the segments like this. Wait a minute. That's right, I just equipped some stuff for this. Alright. Oh, missed him. Okay. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I feel like there's a certain bit of irony to targeting green first. Just for me specifically, but for some reason he's just the one that's doing all of the parries. Him and White, but White's too far off to the side for me to target him. Okay, maybe now we'll get some hits off on him. What is he attacking? Oh, we're gonna have to do this one more cycle. Dang it. I keep forgetting that I have... Oh, we hit him? Good. Alrighty. Oh, I missed it. Wait a minute. I can't attack. My buttons are locked up. Well, not that it matters, because you can't hit them anyway, but I couldn't attack for a bit. I mean, you can technically break through these shields, but there's no point in it. Okay. Come on. Because this is basically a scripted segment. Just have to outlast them. No point in attacking them. No point in doing much anything. Except avoiding them. And waiting for this. There they go.
Alright, good work. I think we're done.
No, we're not done here. Can I not skip this scene? Come on. Oh yeah, new update for Encore Edition. Neon J is dancing up there. Not that you can see it, because he's so small and far away, but he's actually dancing now. And I guess I'll see if I can get him to do the weapon hold, quote-unquote, bug, but I don't remember how to do it anymore. But I'll try. Ah, crap, missed it. Those weren't actually parries. I guess one thing I kind of like about this section of the fight is how every attack besides just the animations is wait. Why did I switch? It's represented by a musical riff. Every 10-10 has their own riff. And if I knew more about, like, music in theory, or music theory in general, maybe we could dissect if they're actually supposed to represent their personalities in a kind of roundabout way. Okay, we're actually gonna skip that attack so we can try to get him to do... did we get it? Yeah, he's still holding them. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Nope. Whoa! Can't get any closer, so we can't see it that well. Aww. Ah, well. Well, we tried. He still holds the 10-10s if you defeat him while he's holding him, so... We know that still happens, I guess. Which was the only thing we were trying to do, so... That's fine. Alrighty, please, let me go. Random trivia. The album art for defeating 1010 is different in the Switch version. I don't know if it's an earlier version. It's probably an earlier version, but in the Switch album art, Mayday's like, in a car running them over, instead of Duke running them over on the moped. And it's like a head-on view. I think it's kind of funny, because the Tenzins are smiling in that one as they're getting run over, instead of the X eyes that they have in this one. Yes, yes. Let me go, let me go. I don't even know why I'm bothering to mash buttons. It's not going to make it go faster. Degree number 1. Let's check unlocked. We have all of the extra remix stuff, which was added to this version, besides the Christmas DLC, which was Christmas DLC. Okay. More battle. One more go around for NPC dialogue. I think we're kind of fast this time. Last time you were here, we did like one boss per hour, but we've taken out 2. And oh, Robot's down here now. So he is after you defeat Tenzin. Alrighty, gonna have to talk to him. Okay, let's do some pirate radio.
Welcome back to another special segment here.
There is a weird thing about this part of the sewer, but I'll bring that up later.
Raved after indie band Bong Bed Junction.
So full of personality, despite this kind of boring lines, I guess they are. Very great personality.
Hello, Mayday and Duke. I'm Arnold.
Hello, Arnold.
So glad to be able to talk to you too. I remember tuning in some time back, and you were talking about the meaning behind the band's name. Love that you two have a reason behind the things you do. And it got me wondering if there's a significance behind your gloves.
Told you someone would, Zook.
You can tell Arnold about it, May, since it was your idea.
So, Bunk Bed Junction is the 2 of us. Always together and one. Like our bunk bed, we also share our outfits.
Not in the way that you might think.
We bought this suit a long time ago and split it. Zook took the top and I took the bottom. We then did the same thing with a pair of gloves. I had to cut the fingertips though, cause they were messing with my front hand.
You two really are close, huh?
Do you two ever fight then? Or have you always been fine with Mayday's decisions, Duke?
I do try to avoid arguing, but sometimes we still disagree. And then agree to disagree. Compromise, you know?
What was the last thing you two compromised on?
Well, I don't know if it's a compromise, but since Mayday broke my NSR drumsticks, I had to glue them back together.
You really broke his drumsticks?
Let's be contrarian. And this time say that we shouldn't be supporting NSR.
We shouldn't be supporting them in any way.
My drumsticks have been with me for a long time. There was no need to throw them away like that.
But carrying any form of NSR's merchandise just doesn't jive with what we're doing.
I understand where you're coming from, but it was a real pain to glue them back together. I think I have blisters now.
Don't use them anymore, Zook. Use the pair I bought for you.
No.
Look at you two. I'd love to sit here and listen to you both all day. But, you have somewhere to be, right? That's all for today. Thank you for calling in, Arnold. Till next time, Vinyl City.
Alrighty. So, it can be a little bit fun to be a prick. get some more interesting dialogue options, I suppose. But that also does something to prove my point about the decisions being basically pointless. Because the last time we talked about this, we were kinda accepting of his jump tricks, and now we've broken them. So I guess at the end of the previous dialogue, Mayday said, oh, well, there's an idea. I don't know. I'm not too into it. Like, I don't know if this was here as, like... Because I'm trying to think about the reason this is here, like, from a gameplay standpoint. Because all it does is give you extra fans, a bonus sticker, and a little bit of this extra background dialogue. And I think this... It's not really world building, but character building, I guess. Dialogue is cool. But then, what's the point of having the multiple choice options? Is that just to make it more gamey, or did we lose out on a feature? Like, was there originally gonna be a morality system that got cut, or something else to that effect? It makes me curious. Always thinking about these little game dev things. I don't really make games, well, I would say anymore, but I don't think I've ever made a finished game. I start a lot of projects and then never follow up on them. But I've tried to make games, and I like thinking about how games are made. So that's why I'm always talking about this kind of stuff, because I'm always thinking about that. But the weird thing about Pirate Radio that I wanted to bring up before is what we're looking at right now. How all of the characters are absolutely motionless right now because nothing's going on. It's just a weird effect to me. It's kind of scary. I don't like it. Anyway, smash through your dialogue. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me.
But don't worry, and please.
Got it. You ready, Zook? Zook.
Oh,
It's hard to believe I like him when I keep mashing through everything he has to say. Alrighty, last chance. Oh, he's gonna do it. And that was our last heart. I swear he doesn't always do that on the last one. It's gotta be random, but I'm glad we caught it. Cool shades. So now we can fast travel, which would normally be wonderful, but since we're talking to all of the NPCs, I realize now that this is basically pointless to us. So we gotta talk to everybody. Which means going to every single district. Well, let's leave the sewer, and I think this is where we get our last acknowledgement of GG.
You know, May, I've been meaning to ask. Who's that?
Him? Gigi, was it?
Oh, it's Gigi.
Isn't he your friend?
I've been saying it wrong this whole time, and nobody told me! Okay, Gigi. Sorry, Mr. Teeth. Oh... Let's move on from that. Let's talk to the NPCs.
Oh, it's you two.
Bro, why did you turn into such a prick? What did I do to you? I know you're going through a...
I suppose life goes on despite everything.
There you
I'm
go.
still filled and I've still got patrols to go on.
Yes. Go... take solace in that, I suppose.
No need for a refill.
And just stop taking it out on me.
Excuse me. Can we get 2 roti canais?
Roti canai.
Why not try a roti junction instead? That guy over there's eating one right now.
Roti Junction? Looks interesting. I'll take one.
Make that 2.
I am gonna look that up, because I want to know what that is. Roti canai. Or roti prata is known as roti chennai, and roti ain is an Indian flatbread dish found in several countries in Southeast Asia, especially Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. Oh, so it's some sort of bread thing. That's neat. It sounds tasty. Let's see if she has anything else to say.
I have a table over there saved just for you two. Take a seat.
Anything else?
I have a table
Nope.
over there saved just for you two. Take a seat.
No. I love Auntie so much. She's so good to us. And it's just those two over there, I think. Okay. Is that anti-NSR? stuff. Ooh. Don't remember that graffiti. I don't remember a lot of the graffiti in this game because, one, it's not in the Switch version, so it wasn't there to begin with. And I've only played through Encore Edition once. So this is my second playthrough through this version of the game. So who do we need to see here? We need to see Mia, Barbara. Dash should still be over there. I know the tourists won't have anything else.
Truly a unique artist. Even if one doesn't like her music, it's undeniable that it is one of a kind. If I dare say, NSR's top artist.
She's next then. We'll show her who's boss. Right, Zook? Zook?
Yeah, of course.
Dude is tweaking out a little bit. Over this.
I can see it just then, and I was being
Whoa, whoa!
possible.
What's wrong with the dude over there? He's freaking out!
Okay. See ya. Hopefully not. Hopefully never.
Did he get caught on something? What's with this dude? Then he met his double and they're having like a showdown. What the heck is going on here? I wish there were more camera controls so we could zoom in on him. Watch him for a little bit. Okay, I guess they've gotten out of sync now. That was weird. Alrighty. Still interesting things to see, I see. Not talking to the tourists because I know their dialogue isn't going to change. You don't change, so we're done talking to you. Dash. We'll see if he has anything else, because I didn't know he had that other line of dialogue.
Another day, another wall cleaned by yours truly.
It seems like you're cleaning the same wall.
It never ends.
And what about the wall over there? Bruh, I got some work to be doing.
Another day, another wall cleaned, but bring it on, you doodle doers.
One time. Okay, nothing else.
On, you doodle doers.
I didn't know he had so much dialogue. That's neat. I don't remember where I last placed him in the rankings, but it's cool to get a little bit more on him. Let's see. Alrighty, so talk to Joey down there during the first stream, and there's no other unique NPCs in DJ Sub's lower area. Weird way of saying that. Let's not focus on it. Talk to Robot again. What's going on? Why are you in the sewers now?
We're heading to Metro District soon.
Robot.
Oh, really? I had the impression you like it there. Guess not, huh?
Robot.
Thanks, dude. We'll be safe. See you around.
Is Robot on the run from the Metro District? Maybe he's like a rogue or something. Oh, you got some mystery going on here, friend. What's going on in your circuits? What?
He wonders what coffee tastes like.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, that was a small little bug there. Wrong dialogue, wrong characters. It's a little funny, though. Alrighty. I don't think there's anyone below Sayu's district. So let's see if Captain Torpedo has anything extra to say. Oh, almost forgot about this. I think this arrangement of NPCs is really funny, because they just had that thing down there that they're staring at. I forgot that that kind of tickled me a little bit. There's a couple of interesting NPC, or, yeah, I guess these are NPCs too. A bunch of these no-face guys around. They're a little bit funny. That don't really get much attention to them. But I do appreciate that they're there.
Have you been exploring well with the help of that nifty compass?
Okay, I think that's the end of his dialogue since we got his thing from him. But no, we're not using it because we're not really helping the city that much. It's not our focus. There's nobody in Yunu's district below, but we can't talk to Amal again, who is now standing up. Oh. And then I'll give my trivia about him, I suppose.
Huh? Did it just speak?
Yeah, the suit's getting stuffy. I need a break.
But I can't believe it! I thought you were a real unicorn!
Sorry to let you down. I try to keep the dream alive too, you know? But I really need a breather. It's really hot in there.
Anything else?
Never mind.
Alrighty. Hopes and dreams crushed by this man in a unicorn suit. So, what was my trivia for him? Oh yeah. Amal, I believe, was said to be... Well, one, it was originally supposed to be like a real unicorn. Like, there was just supposed... Oh, there's something up there. There was just supposed to be a unicorn hanging around here in Vinyl City. But sometime in development, I'm not sure if the reason why it changed was stated, it became a guy in a unicorn suit. I think they said that that happened because the character design that came through at first had the unicorn horn in the wrong spot, which it still is. Because usually unicorns have their horns like between their eyes, like higher up on their forehead. But Amal's suit has it, like, on his nose, like a rhinoceros. So I think the idea was that since it was wrong, to just make it like a fake unicorn, so it became this guy. The name, I believe, is from Lady Amalthea from The Last Unicorn. She's the unicorn in that movie, which brought about this guy. And he's voiced by a French YouTuber personality. I don't remember his name. I'll look that up later, but I think that's all I have for him all. He's a pretty cool... It's an interesting character to have exist in this world. It's just kind of a joke. He doesn't... I don't know what he's adding, but he's funny, I guess. I have drawn him once before by request. Not sure if I would have if I didn't get it, so... Yeah, it stuck with me for that reason. Alrighty, guess that's it for him. I don't think there's anyone else in these districts, so we're gonna move on. Go... let's go below Tenten's district first. Or, nope, I guess we have to do this first. Then we'll go down, then we'll come back up. Because I think the same NPCs are there, but... We'll see if the dialogue changes at all. And then we'll go do the tier list. Alright. Alrighty, so let's go find Yurik and Kane and talk to Joey to get his prick dialogue.
Hey, tough kid. Where's your little cape?
I saw how you guys beat those robots and take down that huge battleship. All with the power of rock.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better. With the power of rock.
After seeing that, I thought I would like to be a rock star like you two.
What about the Air
Whoops.
Force?
There's no Air Force, May.
Yeah, so I would like to become a rock star instead. What do you think?
Well, it's no walk in the park despite how glamorous it may seem, but why not? Everyone has a right to pursue their interest in music.
Woohoo! Towards a new dream, boys!
I love that line. Such a cute line. One more time.
What instrument should I pick up? The guitar? Like Mayday? Drums? Like Zook? Or maybe both?
Whoa. I'd recommend trying out one at a time, kid.
One more time.
I should try the bass too. Bunk Bed Junction doesn't have a bassist, right? I could join you two in the future.
Aren't you going to join your friends in a band?
Yes, but we could always collaborate.
We'll see.
Okay, one more. Okay, I think that's it.
Aren't you going to join your...
Yes.
It's a bit more dialogue from the rest since he's got like the subplot going on and he appears kind of near the end. So I think they give him a few more lines to say per takeover. So that's not you.
It's you two.
That's it?
It's you two.
Have anything else? Girl's just out here throwing shade. I'm here for it, but what happens? Ah, dear. My fingers just keep slipping on these trigger buttons.
Than their songs. Performances are prominent. What good is there if there is no soul? If there is no energy? Hey, you're a musician. Think you perform well? Show me.
Thank you. Thank you for your prick dialogue. Yet again. And Joey does have more dialogue if you actually complete his challenges, but I just don't have the patience to go through them. Not when Encore Edition is so hard for no reason. Okay, so where am I? Got to the top. I don't think their dialogue changes if you're at the top or the bottom, but we'll still... Yeah, it's the same. So we're gonna skip over them. See if there's... There it is. There's the art by, oh, I forget their name. They go by Furfuro, something like that. I know they follow me on Tumblr, so that art has always stood out to me. I like that one. Very nice, very nice. Just want to make sure I grab that before I forgot it. But, fortunately, not focusing too much on the fan art collection this time. Really just want to get to the NPCs. So we can finish this silly quest of mine. Oh, I forgot Timmy down there. I gotta go find him again. If he's even still down there, he like moves every artist, I think. I'll go back see if he's there though, just to make sure we don't miss him. Where are you? Where are you? He would have been here, so I guess he moved already. I think Red Dex is actually done, because we got repeat dialogue from him.
Instruments are essential to him. I've always taken great care of mine, and put a lot of thought into the upgrades it needed. In fact, I have so many at home to consider for different situations.
What situation would you upgrade an instrument? I don't really play an instrument, but you don't really upgrade those, do you? In most cases, you would just get a new one, right? Upgrade them. I mean, I guess we upgrade ours, but ours are like also basically weapons. So are all instruments in this world a weapon? Something to think about, I guess. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna stop here, or go down here for a bit. Take a look at our tier list. Oh wait, I think we can run into Celine here, so let's go find her first. That way we got through all of the NPCs. There you are.
My coat? Gorgeous, right? It's a limited edition release from a collaboration with Eve. Her designs are absolutely stunning.
Anything else?
Gallery? It's down the road.
Is that it?
Eve's gallery? It's down the road.
Alrighty. Okay, so let's stop here. Make sure I change my overlay correctly, or that the screen's in the right spot. Good. Okay. So, back to our ranking list. Oh, we've only got 2 more, so we're actually technically done. We'll still go through Eve, so we can get Celine's extra dialogue, but I guess we're almost done with this list. Alrighty, so first, has our opinion changed on any of the characters so far? None of these guys have moved down at all, so they're fine. Your dialogue stopped, though. You're the same. Robot. Robot, I would die for you. Gigi has become even creepier now, because he's not associated with either of our main characters. He just... like, there's nothing wrong with being a friendly person. I guess, but I just don't trust him. I don't trust him at all. Just man of mystery, so he'll stay in I Like You because I like the idea of that, but he's freaking me out a little bit. So, hasn't changed. I'll bring you up to I Like You now, because he's starting to get interesting. Like, what I really like about Yurik, why he's my second favorite character in the entire... sorry, let me turn down the main volume for a bit, because I cannot hear myself think with that stuff going on. Tatiana's also talking, so I'm like subconsciously trying to focus on it. I'll try to remember to fix that later. What was I saying? So, Yurik's subplot of wanting to become a musician, I think is a really cute thing to be doing for the kind of story that this is, which is a lot of the themes revolve around the love of music and the love of performing and all that. So I think it's cool that B2J has a subplot about inspiring someone else to make art, the same way that Coolfire inspired May to pursue music herself. So that's really what I like about that. I like the development of what he's got going on. So, as a character himself, now that I think about it, he's still pretty cool though. I've got a thing for hot-blooded types. I don't really like... I'm not a big fan of the cool and collected characters too much, which is why a lot of them wind up down here. I like a little more spunk to my folks, so he gets a point for that. He gets a point for being plot relevant, sort of-ish. So, you know what? I'm gonna bump him up here already. A lot of characters I would die for, it seems. Well, because there's a lot of great characters in this game. That's why I like it so much, but it is getting a little oversaturated, but I like them all very much. Joey is still the same. He's gonna be the same in every district. His dialogue changes, but his personality does not. But I guess I will go ahead and talk about what he says to you if you do defeat all of his challenges. And he does give you some praise for it, but it's still kind of like backhanded, so he doesn't change much. So he stays down there, but I still really like him a lot. He's still top 5 characters for me, but I would not die for you. I want you to die. But I get enjoyment from being able to say that, so... On a personal list, he ranks very high, but for this kind of list, where we're ranking their quality, he stays down there. So, new folks. Kane, or Kaine, I feel like I'm saying that different every time I say it. If someone's out there and knows the actual pronunciation of her name, please let me know, because I feel embarrassed not being able to say it. But, that said, right now, and she'll get some more dialogue later, but right now, she's kinda... I don't know if she really ranks properly in any of these, because I like her, but I got the same problem with her that I have with Joey, in that she's just constantly throwing shade right now. So... I guess that puts her into I Like You. Okay. Because I like that she's doing it, because... she's just such a big fangirl, or I guess the word is stan, for 1010, that she's doing all that, but she'll become a little more sympathetic later, I think. Celine, you exist. She hasn't done anything yet. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of like the stoic personality type, so she's not doing anything for me. It's almost so bad I want to move her down to Why Are You Talking to Me? She's not a very... She has never struck me as an interesting character to think about at all. Like, most of these characters have something going on. Like, the only ones that really don't have anything going on, I think, is Barbara, because she's a lower dump, so she doesn't get too much personality to shine. Celine has so far just said her coat is made by Eve, and where Eve is, she just gives us direction, so whatever's going on with her personally is not very apparent. Amal, yeah, he gets to go up to I Like You now. I almost forgot that we talked to him. Because now that his quote-unquote secret's been revealed, that makes him a very interesting character. Like, conceptually, it's interesting. Tourists have not changed. I think that's it. Alrighty. Turn the volume back up. And still haven't been going for 2 hours. I think I'm gonna try to finish the game up, because basically it's accomplished our goal. We just need to go talk a little bit more to the other NPCs to get their final words of dialogue. And then that'll be it, because I don't think they say anything in the post-game, because post-game technically exists before you defeat Tatiana, so defeating Tatiana isn't going to change any of the dialogue. But it is our last chance to talk to Cliff, and I haven't really explained why he's up here, besides him technically being a main character, so he just naturally outclasses all the NPCs, whether you like him or hate him. So we'll talk about him after or before Tatiana. At least after Eve. Then we'll reassess all of the NPCs at that point. Okay, I think that's the plan. I accidentally increased the brightness instead of the volume. So, let's go. Oh, let me go back to the actual stream so y'all can see gameplay. Sorry about that. Okay. The controls still work. I'm still good. Alrighty. Yeah, because we have one more. I guess we have 2 Joey dialogues, but we really want to hear him. My opinion about him is not going to change, because his dialogue really isn't changing. He's just saying the same words in a different way, which is, you suck, show me you can do better. And I'm not about that. Or it's not... Without actually doing his challenges, his dialogue doesn't change enough for me to really want to keep talking to him. We got the gist of him already. So, for a bit, gonna go on autopilot again. Oh, wait, I don't need to do these. Oh... I know at the moment no one is watching, and no one has been watching for a long time. Been running my mouth. If you're watching the VOD for this, later down the line. And is the UI messed up again? I just noticed. There we go. Should be fixed now. Oh, please stop. And I lost my train of thought. I did have a conversation topic, but I lost it. I guess I could try to think of any Eve trivia that I know. Really, most of what I know is that she was very close to actually being cut from the game due to the difficulty of making her boss fight work. I believe was the reason given. But other than that, because I used to know some trivia about the artist she's based on. I think one of them was Beyonce, I think. One of her earlier concepts, Eve, was based on that. Because Eve's theme is just the larger-than-life kinda. Like, I guess, pop star, just real artsy stuff. High fashion stuff. Obviously. But that wasn't already apparent. But the specific artist she's based on, I don't quite remember. I vaguely recall that her original stage name was Eva, so EVA instead of EVE. But it was changed because there's already, I guess, well-known Malaysian artist who goes by that name. Or singer, musician. I guess artist is a little bit vague. Something to that effect. Oh, I am not paying attention. I need to get some health. Oh, jeez. And I'm dead. I've died. But it doesn't matter because the approach segments aren't ranked. Oh, if we were playing the Switch version pre-patch, that would have been such a nightmare. Because in the Switch version, you cannot actually you can't continue after death. You have to start the whole thing over, which is obnoxious. So I'm glad that that was one of the patches that Switch version actually got. Like, I can live without the Christmas DLC for as much as I would have liked it. But, an accessibility thing like that, definitely well welcomed to have been added. Like that. Okay, keep going. Oh wait, I actually need to defeat some more of these guys. So we can unlock the way forward. I guess something weird or interesting I can bring up is that Cliff doesn't have any notes for Mayday's metronomes. Because you're supposed to get, like, dialogue from him every time you trigger one of those. But he doesn't have any for Mayday. Presumably because they all do the same thing. They always fire a projectile. I bring that up because Zook actually has one for each of his, because his does something different in every stage. I don't know why it's quite like that, and there isn't really anything that interesting about the Cliff Notes, so I haven't bothered collecting them, but they're there. And I wonder if maybe Maydays were cut, or if they were just unnecessary, or because they all do the same thing. They just target the nearest enemy, and, oh god, I'm gonna die again. And basically just give you a long-range option besides the, ammo we have here. Alrighty, I think this is the last segment, then we'll be at the boss. We'll see, we'll see. And I'm gonna die again. Come on. Let me go through, just wanna mash through. Almost done! We've almost accomplished our goal of ranking the NPCs. And, I don't know, maybe if I do, like, when I start streaming officially, if I do, and I hope I do like doing this, it's just a matter of finding the right way of doing it, I guess. But maybe we'll do like an actual honest playthrough sometime. Because I'd like to show off what makes me like this game so much instead of complaining so much about it, because I'm just trying to bust through it so quickly.
Hello, Zook.
But that's a thought for next time.
Pedestrian girl you chose is a mistake. She is fire. Fire
Okay,
and sea
where?
do not mix.
Where are ya? Where are ya? Trivia. The, color changing of these paintings here is apparently, the result of a technical glitch. Like, it wasn't intended, but they decided to keep it. Let me through! Let me through! Sorry, I got a little upset there. They weren't letting me through. Please. Please. Oh, that looks a little weird. Is she bugging out too? What's going on here? Oh, got that music change. You know, for the most part, I don't usually notice when the, genre changes when you're doing damage to the boss, but in Eve, it's very apparent. Like, I notice it, the shift in, Yunu's fight, because it's rock whenever, Mother is protecting Yunu. I know in 1010, you mostly get their EDM track when they're in the invincible mode. Oh! When we're in the invincible mode. What? Oh, so that's something they changed. Well, that's good, because that was about to be one of my complaints. Was that the eye lasers that just happened. In the original game, version of the game, the lasers were pink. Oh, and I guess they did still turn pink. But they were pink when you can't parry them. Which is bad design. Ah, dang it. Thought I had enough time to dodge there. I think I talked about this last stream about how, whatchamacallit? Oh, dang it. Gotta avoid. How the song that's being played isn't. Oh, dang it. I died. I'm not restarting it. We're just gonna take that L and get the worst rank. It's how the music isn't changing, but the tempo is between Mayday and Zook's room. It's slower and more manageable on Zook's side because Eve isn't really upset at Zook, she's more angry at Mayday. Which is why it's so much more chaotic on this side. Ah, dang it. Wish there was some more tells for where the wall hands are coming out from. Dang it. I'm not paying attention as much as I should. Ah! Mostly trying to get off these parry attacks. It's a little hard to get close. What? Isn't she? Where is she? I guess she's still here? Come on. Ah! Alrighty, so is she here now? Come on. I didn't even get to attack her before she left. Oh, there she is. Oh, that's the wrong one. What? Is that charged now? You used to be able to spam that. Oh, well. Doesn't change my strategy that much. Okay, got it done. I don't know, my rhythm felt a little bit off in there. I think that was my fault, but I don't know, something felt weird. Yep, okay, this section, which is basically impossible in the Switch version, because these attack markers aren't there. So you don't know where they're gonna attack. So, just cross your fingers and hope you make it if you're playing the Switch version. Whoa! There we go. Come on, almost there. Over there. Okay. I bet that section's a lot cooler if you're actually playing this 2-player. But I wonder how this would work in 2-player. Since you have the whole switching rooms thing. Does one player just not get to play while that's going on? Huh. I wonder. While this is happening, I'm gonna take a sip of water. Okay. Oh boy, I wish I could skip through these. It just takes so long.
You and everyone else. Everything is nothing.
Oh.
Why should I continue to entertain this voice?
Another. Oh, jeez. Another bug of the Switch version.
I do not belong.
I guess it's in this one too.
Stars.
Never mind. I guess it's not a bug. I was gonna say that due to a bug in the Switch version not really playing all of the dialogue, that it's very easy to just walk up to her, because I thought what happened is that, whatchamacallit, the closer you get to Eve, she actually teleports away so she can say the rest of her dialogue, but it didn't happen this time. Maybe because I missed all of the shots? I don't know what happened there. I'm misremembering how that scene is supposed to work. So, forget whatever I'm trying to say. It didn't matter. Yes, I know, I'm only gonna get C rank anyway. Why even bothering to show me this? Okay, I gotcha. Yes, I'm great and fantastic. Give me all of these things. And do the last round of the NPCs. Except Joey at the tower. I guess we're just gonna miss that. Or what time is it? It shouldn't take that long. Go to our round of NPCs. And we'll rank them. We'll fight Tatiana. Then we'll have a small, quick discussion, I guess. Yes, I know. Rock is my favorite genre too, but I don't need you to tell it to me. Oh, Eric's down here now. That's the last NPC to join us in the sewers. He doesn't do anything, you don't get to talk to him. It's nice that he's here. I also like that robot is talking to the microwave, I guess, is what's supposed to be going on there. Okay, last pirate radio. Yep, this will be my break to go sip me some water.
Get ready to jam here at Sam FM. Back here with us are the spectacular duo of Bunk Bed Junction. Two who need no further introductions, Mayday and Zook.
Hello, Vinyl City!
Without further ado, let's have the first caller. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Mayday.
Isn't that...
You! Tatiana!
Ah, so you recognize my voice.
You've been listening all this while?
But of course, you didn't think I'd miss out on the latest news of my favorite donor, did you?
So you've been spying on us?
I would say I'm merely keeping up with Vinyl City's hot indie duo.
But it's good that you've called. Know that we're coming to take you down. It's over for No Straight Roads.
How optimistic of you to say so. You've barely reached the NSR Tower. However, thank you for the heads up. I'll be waiting.
And that was Tatiana, folks. So, Mayday.
What happened? What happened?
Considering your next show.
There we go. Sorry. Why is it freezing?
Tatiana, how do you feel about making it so far? Any regrets?
Okay, clicking out the window is pausing it now. Show a little bit of
We've done
remorse.
some things that we're not proud of, but the show must go on.
Yeah, there were certainly some moments where we felt somewhat lost. But we've still kept to our goal, and we're here now. So close to making a change.
Yeah, we've come so far. I just want to see it to the end and return the rights of music to everyone in Vinyl City.
We definitely look forward to that. Since you'll be battling the big boss herself, in the case that, touch wood, you don't make it out, is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Touch wood, isn't it? Knock wood.
I certainly hope we'd make it out with a blast. But I'd like to thank everyone for being with us so far.
Now we're prepared to die.
That we're not alone in our battle. We love you!
And remember, music is your right. Even if we're, no longer around, your right is still yours. Don't let it be taken without a fight.
Well said. And it saddens me to say that it seems like time's up for today. All the best, Bunk Bed Junction. We certainly hope to have you back at Sam FM to bam and slam in the future.
Don't worry.
Would definitely be nice to be back.
Alrighty, so that's the last we get out of Pirate Radio, so everyone stays frozen here for till the end of time. But we had a good run with them. Last time for the strategy room. Okay, the last time we'll get out of them, we'll go ahead and listen to them this time.
Bunk Bed Junction has the power to return the rights of Vinyl City's artists to them.
Great. Just a bit more to go.
Only one more to go, in fact. The last pillar of NSR, Tatiana.
Easy peasy. She doesn't even play music.
That does seem to be the general impression. But she does, in her own way.
Huh? What do you mean?
I want to know what that means
You'll
too.
know when you face her head on.
You can't just conceptually play music.
Tatiana may seem unbeatable at first glance, but I happen to know her greatest weakness, her past. If you come across fragments of her memories, I would suggest using them against her. That's the only way you can beat her.
Use her own past against her?
Yes, you get it. You'll do well. It all comes down to this, fellas. Beat Tatiana, and victory is ours.
Okay. This is it, Cool Fyra. Thought you should know that we are close to bringing down NSR. I wish you were here with us now. I wish you could see that some of us still care about your legacy.
I'll be heading out first. See you guys at the NSR Tower.
Tonight, we're bringing your music back. Long live rock, Cool Fyra. Long live rock.
Alrighty, so that's the last briefing we'll ever get from Cliff.
Another day, another chance to go at NSR.
But he does say that when you come back to talk to him, even after the post-game. But other than that, and the last cutscene, that's all of his unique dialogue, I think. Too bad we matched in most of it. I don't think there's anything else to... So, how come here, despite this event being over, he's got a little breathing animation? But Pirate Radio, we're stuck in stasis for the rest of time. Such a weird thing. That's always bothered me. Always bothered me. And I thought that was just a Switch thing, but... Nope. It's too bad we don't get more dialogue with Gigi. But for as mysterious as he is, and how much I don't trust him, I feel like he would have interesting things to say. Give us a little background on why he's being so weird.
Regulars here too? I'd recommend the brunch center. Worth every penny. Not a fan of the pancakes here though.
Well, now he's just advertising the shop to us. I guess he just gave up. Well, I don't think that changed my opinion of him much.
Don't forget to catch your breath and perhaps get a nice drink to go.
Thank you, Auntie. We love you.
Auntie, 2 roti junctions to go.
Coming right up.
An extra egg for mine, please.
Yeah, Zook knows where it's at. I love egg. It doesn't matter what it is. Eggs are great on everything. Fried, boiled, mashed. You don't mash eggs, scrambled. Good stuff, good stuff. Don't care what it is, I will always take an egg on it, if it's an option. Okay, so... I think Mia actually ran out of dialogue, but I'll try talking to her one more time, and we'll talk to Barbara. Yeah, she ran out, she's done. She had a good run, though. I think she is the most underrated NPC.
Ah, Tatiana, the backbone of NSR.
Not the head?
That too.
I can't believe that someone who doesn't even play an instrument is the head of NSR. What does she know about music?
She spent some time in the music industry, building NSR from nothing. The experience has brought her far.
Too far. She's the last person standing between us and true musical freedom here in Vinyl City, and her time is up.
No, you didn't mean to skip through that. Okay, that's right. She only has one dialogue for each one.
She's the last person standing between us and true musical
Oh, Barbara, I wish she had more things to say. But I'd like these cooler, older lady-type characters, but she just doesn't get too much else to say except the lore dumps. It's kind of cute, though. See, I feel like she had an extra dialogue about Tatiana, though. Because doesn't she bring up that it looks like she doesn't play an instrument? I swear that's something that Barbara brings up. It's not. But I think this is the final state of Vinyl City, too, so you can check out all of this graffiti that's going on here. Let's take one last good look at the city. Maybe pick up some fan art along the way. Give some general thoughts. So, thoughts on the project so far. I think I'd like to keep going with this. Want to keep trying. We'll wrap up this stream. I'm not sure how much better my voice is doing, because it is starting to get, I can feel it getting worn out again about 2 hours in, so I guess this is just my limit for the time being. But I do feel like I've been speaking a little more naturally now, since I'm a little more tired, so I don't have the energy to try to quote-unquote fake it as much,
Hey, May, you
or
told us
panic.
to have a nice day.
You too, Robo Guy.
Anything else? I feel like we missed some dialogue from him.
You told us both.
You too, Robo Guy.
Hey, May.
You too, Robo Guy.
One last chance.
Hey, May.
You too, Robo
I swear we're missing dialogue from Robot. I don't know what, but I feel like there was something else he was supposed to say to us. I might have missed it already. A lot of these dialogues are context sensitive. Sad but true. So if you miss out on them, it's gone forever. I think Captain Torpedo is done. He got his thing. Oh.
To return to the sea. There is much the land has to offer, but my soul yearns to be upon the waves. But I would greatly miss Vinyl City's abundance of music.
Okay, so we got one more out of him. Got anything else?
Perhaps it is time.
Nope, you're
but I
done.
would greatly miss Vinyl City's abundance.
So, I guess the implication is that there's no music on the ocean? That's a little... Because we don't know if he's a sailor from the war efforts or whatnot that's going on here. But, Hey, anything else from you?
I still can't believe you're not an actual unicorn.
The world is a tough place, lady. Not all of us get what we want, but some of us fight for it.
If I fight you, will you stay in the suit and never take it off?
No.
Anything else?
I still can't
Okay. Give you one more chance.
No.
I know he has another line, too.
I still can't.
The world, not all of us.
If I fight,
No.
Pretty sure he does, but maybe I missed it already.
I still.
The world is not all of
If I fight you,
It is so hard to get them to give you their second line of dialogue.
Come on. Don't look at me like.
do you even like unicorns?
Of course. Why do you think I would walk around in a unicorn suit otherwise?
That was kind of a weird line read. I usually don't consider the line reads too much, because I don't know how much of it is due to how some line reads are due to either poor direction or maybe just poorness of the actor themselves. I don't know. That one was a little bit weird. It was just a little too unnatural.
Care to join Neon Jay's fan club? It's you. Off you go then.
Oh, a development.
I've been standing the wrong person all this while. I was blinded by 1010. I should have seen their captain instead, Neon J. Such charm, such talent.
Alrighty, so that concludes Neon J's arc. That we kind of skipped over, but he's got a thing about, you know, performing, which is a whole thing with him. But if you know this game, then you already know about that. And, for the time being, I'm assuming that anyone watching this is already a fan of this game, so you already know about all that. I'm starting to get a little worn out, so I don't want to go over stuff that folks already know.
What's up, kid? How have you been?
Great! I was wondering, this is kinda late, but I could get an autograph?
Of course.
Yeah, definitely, kiddo.
Yay, gave him an autograph after he's already been hanging out in our place.
Not too bad. We've all picked an instrument and we are learning and practicing whenever we can.
It's got one more.
Coming
This is
up
the
with a
last
band name
dialogue.
is hard.
I remember that.
How long did it take to come up with Bunk Bed Junction?
We talked about it over supper.
So fast?
There we go. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The thing I was saying about the voice acting. Because I know that one of the quote-unquote big things for the direction of this game, especially with the voice acting, is that a lot of the actors were told to invoke like their natural accents for this game, which is apparently very uncommon. Living in America and being used to American voice actors who just have kind of most of the time a very generic cadence, I guess. Like there's are standouts, but accents are usually not a big part of it unless it's like a frankly a racist thing. But that aside, and just used to voices sounding a certain way. And apparently that's true in other places. What I heard was that in other places where voice acting or acting is a thing, that a lot of the times they'll try to invoke the American accent, which I thought was interesting to learn about. So knowing that they purposely went out of their way to make sure their actors, for the most part, kept like a natural tone, I think is cool and interesting. But at the same token, that means I don't know when the reads are actually good or awkward or not, because I don't know how much of it is a natural tone, which is what they're going for, which in that case, they're doing well. But for me who's not used to it, it's hard to say or tell. And I just thought that one line read from them all was just a little bit off. Like, the words were getting rushed out. And there aren't too many examples of that. Otherwise, I like just about every voice performance in this game. Every single one. Don't have any complaints except just one or two weird reads like that, but that's one line from one character who has other, much better lines most of the time. There's no one who's, like, totally bad in this. No standouts like that come to mind. Everyone does a decent job.
Her music, her style, her designs, even her aura is one of a kind.
Okay.
Hey, did you hear about the ruckus at Eve's gallery the other day? Were you there? I just hope that it doesn't affect the release of her upcoming bag collection.
Alrighty, so what I've gotten out of Celine is that she's kind of vapid, which is not one of my, not a great trait for me. Doesn't do a lot for me. She's not pompous in a fun way. So, considering that for the ranking that we're gonna have after this. And I guess we'll be doing that soon. Let's go ahead and get Joey's, the last line of dialogue we're gonna hear from Joey, and then we'll re-rank them. We'll go defeat Tatiana, then we'll talk about Cliff and where he would actually be in the rankings if we consider him. If we consider him at the same level as the other guys. Let's go find him. We'll also see if we can find the, Oh, we didn't talk to Dash! Oh.
More like a bunch of misguided.
It's all the way at the front of the...
Back in my
Oh, we have the
days,
fast
tunes were more
travel.
refined, meaningful. Musicians nowadays can't even rise to challenge themselves. Huh? Think you can? Why don't you try this then?
Like, Joey's dialogue would be improved by him actually having dialogue instead of the monologue he spouts at us. Like, he's just talking at the air, and it's weird. I don't like it. Let me go find a phone so we can actually go back to the beginning so we can find Dash. Because it seems like his dialogue is changing every time. And I didn't realize that he did that. But they might have already moved to NSR Tower, so we'll start there and then we'll phone back if we don't see him there. Alrighty, let's see. Down the long-ass... whatchamacallit? Bridge here. I hate this bridge so much. It is so long for no reason. And there's no fast travel to the end of it. I hate it so much. But give us time to collect some of this fan art. It could be cool if the music was actually changing as you went across this bridge, because I thought that the purpose of it being so long was that it was supposed to sort of be build up to the final encounter, you know? Kinda some time for you to get your bearings and feelings together while you face the final boss. And I like how a lot of the art around here are ensemble pieces. That's very cute. Let's see. Any of the NPCs down here? Oh, that part's cool. It actually seems like the bridge is much shorter now. Because I swear it used to take forever to get down here. Oh, and you're here, so good. Don't need to go back.
I take pride in keeping these windows nice and clean, despite the constant barrage of nonsensical doodle. No! A smudge!
I think that's his last line of dialogue, because I remember that one. Always remembered that one. I give him one last chance to give me his other unique dialogue. They usually have two, but it can be annoying to get the second one. Okay, we're done. And even if we did get his second dialogue, it's probably not going to change my opinion of him too much. Let's get you.
I believe that one of the defining traits of an artist.
Okay, we've heard this one.
Quite like successfully putting out.
And I think Timmy is actually behind here, but I didn't level up enough to get the level 3 thing. I'll see if I can do it after I get the whatchamacallit. After we defeat Tatiana and go through the final battle. And then we'll see if we can deal with that. And that means we're gonna have to sit through the credits. And I don't want to skip credits. One of my creeds for doing this, if we play through a game in its entirety, will be to never skip credits. People work hard on these games, and they deserve to be their names to be seen. Oh, but this scene was such a nightmare in the Switch version. Because if you died to Tatiana, you would have to go through this elevator ride every single time, and listen to this dialogue every single time. And she had a very, very hard boss fight if you weren't able to cheese it out. Oh boy.
In order to pressure me to step down, but I will not do so, because despite the darkness that has enveloped this city, I still see hope.
Yes, yes.
Return to greatness. I believe that deep down, this
Oh
is what
boy.
we all want for our city. Thus, I stand before you to ask for one final request. You still have the power to rectify this anarchy, reinstate the NSR artists, and bring back true democracy. In the meantime, for the good of the city, I will hold my ground, and I urge you to trust in my judgment. Together, we will restore order. Order leads to progress in Vinyl City. That is all. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you, I will try. Okay, let's keep it going. I guess I'll talk about it while we're doing the fight.
Someone like you two are able to beat my
Yes, I know.
I brought order and progress to
Like,
this
Tatiana is such a weird fight, both mechanically and... Oh, crap, I forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. Both mechanically and, like, contextually, I think. There's so much symbolic stuff going on in her fight. Like, a lot of the other artists kind of have that going on during their boss battles. It's a little bit of the, there's definitely some fantastical elements, but none of it is really as, metaphorical as Tatiana's stuff is. I missed my attack chance. Okay, here we go. Because most of the time it's very literal. Like... Oh! Ah, crap. Sorry, I'm trying to focus now. A fragment of the key. Like, where the heck does this key come from? Like, I know that it was mentioned earlier that we're collecting fragments of our memories, but why is that... why is that taking the form of a physical key? Oh, jeez. Like, I get the idea, it's unlocking her memories. That's the... I get that part. But why is this happening at all? Like, why has her memories become key parts? Like, in-universe, why is this happening? Because everything up to now has been, whatchamacallit, literal. Look! What the heck was the timing for that? Oh, that was not what I needed. I forgot what I installed. And there weren't even any Transformers. And I lost my train of thought. I'm focusing too much. Can I launch this now? It should be all the pieces, right? How do I launch this? Oh, there we go. Hopefully get some help. I really should have installed like a health mod. Okay, let's switch to Zook while I'm... Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh, am I gonna attack this enough before it resets? Okay, got it. I like how they added a visual effect to her rewinding time now, so it's a little more clear that that's what's happening. I used to think that the boss battle was just broken. Oh, crap. Oh, God. And I'm dead. Couldn't switch fast enough. But we're not playing for glory. We're playing for those glorious NPCs. Give them some time to shine. Ah! I was in my get-up animation and she hit me. Oh, these are fast. One, two, three. Get in. Ah. I cannot find the timing for those. Oh, just gonna... Oh! Lured me into a false sense of security! Making me think I could just get all cozy. And hit you. Okay, let's get some distance. Oh, lordy me, lordy me! Died again. Almost done though. Almost destroyed. Oh! This would have been a little bit easier if I took the time to actually use the fan upgrades, but didn't do that. We're just going on it with our basic kit and the ability to jump, which we don't need. There we go, finally got it. Right at the end where it doesn't matter. Then we got this stuff going on. So, is this literally appearing or is this in her mind? Is this a part of the key power? Yeah. Like, it's a cool visual, I just don't get it. Why any of this is happening like this. And why her battle is the only one that's this, whatchamacallit, metaphorical. I just don't get it. It confuses me. Oh crap, that's right, that's not what I'm trying to do now.
If they're so great, then why do we defeat them so easily? Huh?
How dare you show disrespect towards NSR's needs?
I show respect to talent, something which none of you guys have.
Alrighty, that was my fault. I got greedy. I'm getting a little impatient. So I'm starting to try to brute force it again. Oh. I guess now would be a good time to do this. There we go. That's not supposed to use all of my power, is it? That's only supposed to use one segment. It's like using it up every time I use the mod attack. It's a little bit weird. Whoa! What beat was that on? I'm just not hearing it, man. I don't hear it. Okay, skip, come on. So I think this is just an avoid segment, but she's got the key there.
But we beat them with EDM. So shut up and let this city prosper.
Now, let me switch to Zook so Mayday can heal. And there's really nothing else I can be doing right now. Just waiting. There she is. Yeah, let's see how far I can get with Zook.
Why do you hate rock so much?
What hit me?
The only thing that is finished is you and your empire. Not fun and ready.
Okay. Maybe Mayday can only do it if she has 2 full. Ah, get up, get up! Okay, where are you coming from? 1, 2, 1, 2. Closer. 1, 2, 1, 2! Couldn't get away! I'm listening to this music again. I'd really like to redo the Rhythm Heaven remix I did for this song. Is this really... What's she doing? What's she doing? Did she get frozen there? What? What just happened? I was stuck. I think she's supposed to do that when you're about to beat her, so that the music lines up with the, like... I don't know. Something weird happened there. Okay. Alrighty. The last battle. Last chance to listen to Cliff. Our last NPC. Quote unquote NPC. He's not in this scene, so next one, then we'll get to the finale. Now that I listen to this music, is Yinu's fight the only one where her scene music continues into the results screen? Because otherwise we get the bunk bed junction theme, right? Well, is this even their theme? I don't remember. Because their theme is a little bit different than the song that's playing now. This is the title screen music.
Tatiana.
Okay, here we go.
Cliff, great.
Huh? You guys know each other?
I told you before, you were perfect. Your rock was unstoppable. But you decided to go EDM. Well, take a good look around. Because EDM ain't got
She just does not give a fuck.
Anymore.
Oh yeah, forgot we were trying to work on that cursing. Sorry. That one slip. I'm getting tired. A little sleepy.
Knuckleheads produced is the same as ours.
Energy output? Energy output? Who cares about that?
Hey, I care.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the reason we started
kind
this
of funky.
music revolution. It matters.
No, what truly matters is we get to see how wrong Miss Tatiana here really is.
Eat dirt, you piece of plank.
Do you finally understand how bad you treated me, Fyra? I used to be your biggest, #1 fan. I supported you through thick and thin. Everyone turned their backs on you when the Ghoulings disbanded, but I stood with you. That's how much rock matters to me. That's how much you matter to me. And after we went through,
I never really realized that Cliff has, like, Pac-Man eyes.
Took the easy way out.
He's one of the only characters to have that. Everyone else doesn't really have, like, an artificial shine. It's like,
You yanked my heart, crushed it, threw it away like...
see, Tatiana doesn't have it. Mayday's got flowers, and Zook doesn't have it at all.
I mean nothing to you. Not even a little bit.
Listen here, Cliff. I don't give a damn about you, understand? I owe you nothing.
There it is.
Warning. NSR satellite deorbiting sequence initiated. Inbound in 900 seconds.
What did you do, Cliff?
How the computer is called Computer? I guess that implies that's its name.
Why delay the
Is it an artificial intelligence? Who knows?
What did you do?
Oh, yes.
The guitar's still in the background, too.
Yes. See that? I've set NSR's own satellite to plunge right into this tower.
Huh? What? Cliff, you better call this off right now, or so help me.
Too late. The coordinates are locked in. I can't do anything, even if I wanted to.
A little bit of clicking there on him, but we'll forgive it. It happens.
Oh, you
Especially with
see
flowing
it
garments.
on your face right now. Complete and utter hopelessness. Now you know how I felt when you ditched me. Oh, I love poetic justice. Come on, kids. Let's evacuate this filthy building. NSR is done for good.
And shoes have some clack on them, don't they?
Wrong.
What do you mean? This is exactly what we set off to do. To end NSR's rule once and for all.
Yeah, but we never agreed to obliterate its frickin' tower.
Come on now. Have you forgotten your fans? They all want you to destroy NSR. Remember, if we completely remove NSR from this landscape, you will gain total control over Vinyl City.
Total control? We're just repeating history.
What did you say?
We've become the very thing we stood against. We're doing
Stop now
exactly
smiling.
what NSR was doing. We're the new NSR. Wait, we're the new NSR? Holy crap, why didn't I see this sooner?
Mayday, you're overthinking this, man. Eradicating NSR is the right thing to do.
Shut up, Cliff. I'm not listening to you anymore. We need to stop this satellite right now. Zook?
Yeah?
This is probably gonna be super dangerous, so I understand if you would rather...
Save your breath. I'm going with you.
Alright, now all we need is a plan of action.
I guess she just has a natural smile.
Is to get my
That's just your
artists to
default.
reclaim back their districts.
That's cute.
Then we'll have enough power to repel it.
Got it.
I need some time to ensure the safety of my personnel and evacuate them from this building. Can you two handle the districts first?
You can count on us.
You guys won't succeed. Your fans will make sure of it.
If it could go that fast down, why isn't it going that fast up? There we go. So, I think that's the last of Cliff's dialogue, so that's it for our purposes. Let's just get through this. Oh, it's so slow. God, how slow this felt. Sluggish. Oh. Since nothing much is gonna happen in these segments, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and talk about him then. At least where he is in the rankings. So, so we separated Cliff into his own category. One for being basically a main character, and thus having way too much dialogue to for me to consider it fair to rank him with the other ones. Because everybody else has maybe 5, 6, maybe 8 lines of dialogue max if they're really important. Like Yurik has a lot of dialogue because his thing is basically a side story. But I felt like I couldn't leave him out of the NPC ranking because everyone else considers him an NPC. Because nobody considers... Very few people consider him like a true boss, because we're not fighting him here. We're fighting all of these NSR drones and that big old totem bot in the back there to restore the districts.
Okay, the district is mine, Zook. Go help
Yeah, he's not playable, technically. Or just like at all, so he's not a playable character. Like, he's too prominent to be an NPC, but he never gets grouped with like the bosses or anything. So I don't know where to put him. So I forced him into this list because all of the other NPCs are part of the Stars of Vinyl City event, which happened before the game was released as some sort of Twitter thing. That's all I know about it. So since he's included in that, with all of the other NPCs, that's why I decided to add him to the list, even though I don't think it's really fair to rank him at all. Now, my feelings personally, why I put him at the top of the list instead of, like, the bottom, is because I really like what he adds to the story as a character. I do not like him as a person. I don't know anybody who likes him as a person. But as a character, he introduces sort of an... Oh, dang it. I guess, I don't know if I want to say conflict, because he doesn't introduce conflict until the very end here, where he's trying to stop us for trying to help out NSR now. But as a narrative device, what I've always believed about him is that he's Mayday's like foil isn't the right word, but he's like a, I guess, shadow archetype. And that's also what Tatiana is to Mayday. Because, what am I trying to say? Tatiana and Cliff kind of serve as the primary antagonists by being, well, that's just the definition of protagonist, like antagonist relationship, that they oppose Mayday. But More specifically, they represent things that she could have become. In the end, she realizes that she almost repeated Tatiana's mistakes by believing that it was the genre of music and its superiority that would change the city for the better. Both just very misguided in that way. While Cliff represents the more, like, overzealously following that. Like, I'm not saying it right, because that's not quite what... Am I missing a generator? What's going on here? What is making it so I can't progress? What? Am I supposed to be attacking that? It's being targeted. Oh, there's one over here in this corner. Sorry, I didn't see it. What was I saying? So, Cliff represents a destructiveness that Mayday could have become by being, like, too attached to her ideals and not being able to adapt and change. And that's really what both Cliff and Tatiana represent. They both do that. Like, they both have the same problem. They're just coming at it with different ideologies. But they're doing the same thing, both living in the past, both not letting go of these harmful ideals and behaviors. And while Tatiana is able to change by the end of it so that she becomes an ally, because now we're fighting to, I guess save NSR. I think that sparing the tower is mostly about not sending the wrong messages, because, like these areas that we're fighting in, even though I don't like this as an actual fight, as a part of the story that's being told here, whatchamacallit, being all of this, like, bunk bed junction, quote-unquote supports, all this graffiti and this statue that we're fighting, and how it represents, like, all the damage that our fans have done by following our, destructive path. Like, I forgot how I started this, so this sentence, or train of thought, so I don't know where I'm trying to end it at, but I think that is cool, you know? Like, for the most part, I like the storytelling in this game. There's a couple parts that could have been done a little bit better, parts that could have been a little more subtle. But I think the main conflict of the story and the way the main characters play into it is decent. Definitely been done better by others, but it's decent. Oh, dang it. And, well, sorry, I'm focusing again. There are more things that I'd like to say about it that I can't articulate while I'm on the fly. But, I guess the point I was trying to get at is that the role that Cliff plays in all of that is what makes me, is what makes him a good character to me. I really like him for that. What he adds to the conflict. Oh, look at him getting so desperate. Lost my train of thought again. I need a little bit of water. I'm not even gonna move, because nothing here is gonna kill me. It's not worth it. While I try to get my bearings here. Yep. Okay, it's got a little more dialogue.
Want to do this, fellas, but you forced my hand. Damn it, we don't have time to do
That was a little, like Bostonish, wasn't it? A little bit of an accent there. Anyway. So, I like him. He's cool. I like him more than I dislike him. A lot more than most other people do. That is a lot of the reason I don't, or focus so much on him as a character, because a lot of other people don't really give him that, like, benefit of the doubt isn't the word I'm looking for. But I don't know if they appreciate him as much as its storytelling device as they should. Like, I wish he were written to be... If his true intentions were a little more concealed, if he wasn't so just, like, obviously untrustworthy from the beginning, that probably would have helped with the storytelling. But, they did what they were aimed to do. And it worked alright. I like it. I like this game a lot. Mostly for story, themes, characters, lots of great things. Let's go watch the finale. But maybe I'll give better impressions of this game next time if we do like a real playthrough. Like, this is really just background setting for me to get used to the streaming thing. Next time we'll do like a real gameplay, real focused analysis of this game next time. Ooh, golden vinyl. Oh, that's the only thing you're gonna give to me? You're not gonna keep me captive there for another 5 minutes?
Look at that, May. The city's cheering for us again.
Let's get this one.
Funny
Yes.
world we live in.
Isn't it though?
In your own beliefs that
Okay. I said, we can go over the strong themes of this game another time. So we still have one... Oh, I'm gonna watch the credits, but we have one last important thing we need to do. That's to finish up the ranking. See everybody. And I don't know what the general, whatchamacallit, courtesy is when listing voice acting credits. I guess, of course, your main characters or whoever's your top billing is at the top and whatnot. Whoever has the most prominence. And Cliff was up there. I think it was number 5 on that list. It was just after Tatiana, right? So, main character, more proof that he's definitely supposed to be considered main character, because almost everyone afterwards is labeled by alphabetically, because they're just like background characters, and then Sayu, Crew, and Alligator listed totally separately because they're just sound effects mostly and not actual dialogue, so I guess that's what that is. I've always liked these little doodles at the end. Got a lot of personality. And bonus thing for Encore Edition, there's actually some fan doodles after all of the main credits, I believe. Oh, dang it, I forgot to look at the credits for the characters I wanted to. I was blabbing in my mouth. Oh, dear. Well, you can always look them up later. They're listed on the NSR wiki. All of the voice credits, I believe. Except for Asma. Asma does not have a page on the wiki, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess I can do it, but yeah, I'm not part of that website. But I think you can anonymously edit pages, so I could just make a page for him. Because it's weird to me that he's not there. I think that's cute. Red Dex and Jeff Sunshine dancing. I think that's who that was. Random pair, but cute. I guess I should have been looking at these doodles more closely, because I guess that's also NPC content. A lot of it. That's the last we get of them. Should have thought this through a bit more, but it is what it is. I also really like this ending theme. It's cool. I believe it's composed by One Eye Closed, I believe. It's a pretty good song. I like it. If NSR had an anime, I'm not sure if it's anime ending theme, though. This is a song that you really have to listen in to its entirety. I feel like anime openings and endings are specifically composed for you to only have to listen to like half of it. I'm not sure if there's any parts in this song that could serve as that. As an insert song, definitely, though. That's ending theme. Not sure. that doodle become like full art or something like that? I'm pretty sure Zook with the vacuum and Mayday on the couch is like full finished art. Oh, there's what I was talking about last stream. So Ben and FICO are both animators. They were named after. Oh, new song. Oh, I forgot they had like a second song because the credits got extended because of all the extra fan art that got added that needed to be credited. We get a second song. Woo! A few more. There. Oh yeah. Nah, I don't wanna. Listen to this a bit because this is the first time in a while I've actually heard listen to this. No. Did anything? All of us. Here we go. Fan doodles. Fan art credit.
Track of the days in the calendar. Orders like others, so endlessly. But I wanna break, cause I can't take this for another night. It seems I'm going crazy. Can't take it easy, yeah.
I was just thinking, it might have been cool if there was like a, I don't think there's a counter for all of the fan art you actually collect in the game. So it would have been nice if there was something like that so you knew when you got all of it. But I don't think there's a new achievement for it either. I'll have to check that in the menu. Yeah, I'm just vibing out a bit. It's a pretty good song. I love all these doodles, just the guys hanging out. They're fun. I guess we never went back for DK West's other fights, because we don't need them for NPCs, but maybe next time. We'll come back to this game. It's definitely a go-to for me. I just love it too much. Oh, Man of Mystery. Sinister Man of Mystery. Nah, his nose is too sharp. He's not Red Dex. That is not the canon, like I thought. But it was also a fan doodle, so who knows? Thank you so much for making such an inspirational game. I love the heck out of this game, despite my complaining. It's always going to be an important part of me. What's this? Trouble the boss from this game? You already told me about Joey. Okay, so that was just it saying that I think everything is basically the same as before we fought Tatiana, so I don't think any of the NPCs have changed, so. But we're gonna go through one last time, make sure we have... Oh, please. Do not make me sit through all this. Wait a minute. Why are we missing some? Because we didn't get subatomic supernovas or, whatchamacallit? Eves. Is it because I died? I didn't die to D-Day subatomic supernova. I don't know. Okay. Let's talk to everyone one last time, take a look at our tier list, and see if anybody's rankings have changed. Not gonna let me talk to you until your audio stops. I guess that's it. Okay, you're just gonna do it again.
Been busy lately, you two. Don't forget to catch your breath and perhaps get a nice drink to go.
She's just too nice. I wish I had somebody like this in my life. That wasn't also related to me. Because my mom's like that, I guess, but just having a nice person there. It's just sweet. It's the dream. Okay, next. I think... Oh yeah, I forgot. I wanted to see if we could unlock the level 3 metronome powers, transformer things, whatever it is. So we could, can I just get there to the menu? Yes, I can. Back to the sewer. So we can see if Timmy's behind there, because I think that's where he goes after the post game. So go up here. I don't know if I have enough fans to do it. Oh, it's still locked. I need like double. What's in this? Sticker slot. Yeah, I don't have enough. Well, next time, I guess we're not going to get Timmy's last dialogue, sadly. How many fans does it get? But my tricks don't work in this version. Never mind, we're just not going to get Timmy's last dialogue. At least not for this particular playthrough. If we come back to this game, and we probably will if and when I start officially streaming, it's Kuneho. But for now, let's just get who we have. We'll talk to everyone just to make sure, even the guys we know who don't change. See if they have anything left for us.
Tatiana, the backbone of NSR.
Last chance to make an impression.
That too.
I can't believe that someone who doesn't even play an instrument is the head of NSR. What does she know about music?
She spent some time in the music industry, building NSR from nothing. The experience has brought her far.
Too far. She's the last person standing between us and true.
I swear she had different Tatiana dialogue. I swear it's different. I don't know.
I can see you just standing there. And I was being as quiet as possible. Please, take your leave. Okay. See ya. Hopefully not. Hopefully never.
It's a shame she doesn't have unique dialogue for Yinu Forward, because she had one for DJ, she had one for Sayu, then we just get... Is she frozen? She's frozen. That's unfortunate. But wish she had a little bit more. Because otherwise, very fun character, I thought.
I'm not your dad, young lady.
This guy's a little fun. Doesn't change too much after you destroy his ears, but otherwise, cool guy. Okay, don't think there's anyone above ground. Or anybody unique below ground, I should say. Everybody else should be up top now. So, unless we want to talk to Joey again, which I kind of don't want to. No reason to go back down. Robot. We skipped over Robot. Come on, friendo. Anything else to say?
Hey, May. You told us both to have a nice day.
You too, Robo Guy.
Same thing. I feel like we missed dialogue about Mayday actually learning to understand Robot. I swear that was a dialogue too. But maybe just missed it. Go, Captain Torpedo. Hey.
Have you been exploring well with the help of that nifty compass?
Nope. But thanks for it anyway. Mall is over here on the outer ring.
Come on, don't look at me like that.
Do you even like unicorns?
Of course. Why do you think I would walk around in a unicorn suit otherwise?
And just something about... It's like the last line. The last word of that read is very weird to me. It just doesn't sound natural, and that's the one line of dialogue that's always stood out to me as being just weird. Just weirdly said. Okay, so any more from you?
I suppose you play a part in revealing Neon J's true charm to the world. Don't expect me to thank you, though.
I don't think we got that one earlier. So, yay, you got one more line of dialogue.
Adoy, coming up with a bad name is hard lah. How long did it take to come up with Bunk Bed Junction?
We talked about it over supper.
So fast?
Yeah, I know that's his last dialogue. He just gets stuck on the name thing. Whoops. Yep. And Celine and then the guys over at the tower. That'll be it.
There's no one quite like her music, her style, her designs. Even her
Okay,
aura
same
is
thing.
one of a kind.
Alrighty. Now going down the long-ass bridge. Which I think is a little bit shorter, but still very needlessly long. Well, I guess not needlessly now, since we have so much fan art on here now. That is reason, but not a great one.
Times change and preferences might, but standards don't. It's been forever since the new musician has put out something that I can actually enjoy. I miss the good old days. Don't you? You think otherwise? Why don't you prove it?
Alrighty. Brick all the way up to the end. Okay. I think Dash is on this side, Red Dex is on the other, and Timmy is in jail.
Keeping these windows nice and clean, despite the constant barrage of nonsensical doodle. A smudge!
Okay, let's go talk to Red Dex one last time.
Back in my days, we'd go all out for music. It's not a performance if it isn't the best performance. No errors and no regrets.
Okay, so we got one more extra, unless I just forgot him saying that. Move the camera behind here to even confirm that Timmy's back here. Oh, okay, spoilers back there. And what I think that is that's just Art of Music Man. Or Mystery Man, should call him. That's why it's back here. But I didn't get enough fans to unlock it, so... Well, maybe we could unlock it by fixing up some of the stuff around the city, because we never did that. And we should have enough quazzes to get a bunch from that. We'll do that, try to unlock it. We'll do our final tier ranking look at the tier list one last time, then we'll go ahead and wrap up. Come on, let's go. Move it, move it. Almost there. These look... Oh, for a sec I thought the poles looked like people. Okay, so... There... It's 200. I think they changed these hallways in this edition too, because before it was very hard to look at the visual effects in these hallways. Just something very motion sickness inducing, I suppose is the word. Oh, now would be a good time to actually use this compass so I don't go to places where I don't need to be. Totally forgot that my map was up there. Let's look for places we can heal with our quazzas. Should be one around here, yeah? Looking at the map wrong? Should be one around here. Yeah. Oh, there it is. And seems like there's one down this way. Oh, that's a different pocket, so not there. Okay. Well, if we miss some along the way, we miss some. Because I don't think we'll be able to power on all of them with what I've done with the minimal amount of quazzes that I've collected so far. We might not even get enough to get to 50,000, because that's what we need to lock the level 3 transformer, so... This might all be for nothing, but we're gonna try. Last hurrah, and it gives us a chance to pick up some... Charge that? Pick up some extra fan art that we may have missed. and see some other, just like environmental things. If I think of something to talk about, then we'll talk about them, but getting real tired. Yeah, got this one. This one's like one of the biggest ones. I'm already almost out. 500 from that. Let's see. One in this area somewhere, apparently. This one. Oh, please. I do like how you can jump on pretty much anything here, though. It's fun to walk around, despite some of the other clunk that this game has. Let's see. Seems to be something behind here. See that lamppost freaking out? Oh, please! Just want to roll over everything, Zoo. Please. Normally, I want to be going fast too, but right now, I'm going to charge up these little quasi spots so we can get some fans. And I can already tell we're not going to make it, so we're going to stop there. Turn to the main menu. Take one last look at our tier list. And that'll be it. Okay. I guess we'll leave that music playing so there's something in the background. First, make sure we're switching the overlay. Make sure the overlay is something we should actually be looking at. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Final rankings. Has anybody changed? So, since I Would Die For Yous probably aren't going to move down, we're going to start from the bottom, work our way up, see if our minds has changed about anybody. Joey, because we didn't do any of his quests, never really evolved beyond just being a prick about music. And I know that even if you do his quests, he still doesn't evolve much past that. Except, like, begrudging, whatchamacallit, appreciation. That's not the word I want to use, but that's about what it is. Asthma didn't really change much. He just kind of gave up on both doing his job or being upset about anything. Now he just kind of exists, so I guess that means he moves up a tier by just being someone who exists rather than someone I don't like. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move him up. Barbara stays the same. Celine, I think Celine's gonna move down because she has even less to her than I thought. It's just not that much that she does. And even though, oh, I don't remember if I brought this up, but the little bit of, she does provide a little bit of quote-unquote world building by implying that all of this is not happening in the same night. So canonically, this is happening between at least 2 nights, at minimum, but I guess this revolution was actually going on for a while in the universe. So she does give us that little bit of information, but other than that, she's not doing much. Tourists are cute. I wish there was more to them. I wish they had more unique dialogue for each section. But, yeah. They just don't, so it's not really worth talking to them. I'm all in Unicorn. He doesn't quite get elevated to I Would Die For You. He's a funny bit character, but he's not really adding anything beyond that. KNA. Probably another different way that I've said that name. I like that she started the Neon J fan club. That's a funny little detail, which adds a little more depth to Neon J's character, or rather it's an effect of the depth that he receives, which isn't told too well in-game, but if you know the story, you know the story, so it's cool that she's there, but that's not quite enough for me to elevate her to I Would Die For You. I like her a lot, but not enough to bump her up a spot. Reptex ended up a lot higher than I thought he would have scored. I thought he was going to stay in Why Are You Talking To Me, but he's actually pretty cool. I like him. I like him. Zed would have gone up to I Would Die For You, but I think I said this last time. How buggy he is really detracts from my enjoyment of him. Because to get to his extra dialogue, you have to make sure that you trigger it before you defeat Sayu, I think. After that, he's just stuck being upset forever. So that part of him does bring him down quite a bit. Next is Gigi, which I said wrong up until like the middle of this stream. But Mr. Teeth, and I don't know if I explained why I keep calling him that besides the fact that he's smiling. There's a lot of character with bare teeth showing, but that's what his name means in Malay. Gigi means teeth, so that's why we call him Mr. Teeth. I like him conceptually. Like, jokes aside about me being weirded out by him. Like, he's well designed. He's a cool guy dressed in hot clothes. By which I mean they're for keeping warm, because he's cool, because he's cold. I like that visual gag. That's really fun with him. But he doesn't get too much time to actually talk. He's just kind of an enigma, because that's a part of his joke. And part of my joke is that I don't trust him because of it. Other than that, he doesn't do too much. I wish he had a couple of extra lines while he's in the sewer. Or if he stayed above ground, to have some extra dialogue. Because every other character, besides, well, that's not saying a lot, because that just means two. Because everyone who joins you in the sewers, that's Cliff, Robot, Yurik, Gigi, and Zam. These three here, in this triangle, I guess. Let me move Mia aside. In this column here, that's easier to say. Don't leave the sewer once they join it, so they don't have any more above ground dialogue. Most of Zam's dialogue gets relegated to reading out like the viewer questions and kind of just asking questions. So all of his personality comes from his line delivery for the most part. And as a radio DJ, he sells that pretty well, and I think he's fun. It's good. Like, he gives enough to imagine what his character would have been like if he had more lines. And I didn't talk about it in the credits because I was vibing out, but his thing about baking, which doesn't come up, that he's actually like a good baker and often cooks sweets for like the B2J gang, which never comes up in the game except for that little part. So there's a little bit more to him that we just didn't get to see because he's a functional NPC. And his function comes before him having his own character because main characters are the focus, naturally. It would have been nice to hear more from him, but since he gives a stronger impression, he gets up to I Would Die For You, while Gigi, despite me liking a lot of his traits, or appreciating them, I should say, because he's not personally an archetype I like, he kind of stays in I Like You. But it's a high I Like You. Maybe we should rank them within their tiers, too. So, he stays at a high like. Rectex I wound up liking a lot more than I thought I would have. These three they're kind of interchangeable, so I'm not going to change them. I Would Die For You tier, the most populated tier. Already talked about Zam, so he can stay where he is. Mia can stay in second. Or, I want to move Auntie up so much, but if I'm being fair, she's also not adding too much, except just being very pleasant. But I think that bumps her up a lot, just being a nice character to talk to. I always feel like I'd feel comforted when I talk to Auntie. So I'm glad that she's there to kind of anchor us into a good headspace. It's a reminder that there's still people that, despite all the trouble that B2J is causing, especially with the public workers over here, that tier of characters, there's still people who are rooting for us. It's not all bad. Like, this world is made of shades of gray. Nothing's ever really black and white. So I appreciate that she exists here as someone that's rooting for us unconditionally. Same with a lot of the other sewer guys, but a lot of them are over here, so we'll get to them. Timmy. If I'm being honest, Timmy does belong a little bit lower, but I do like his gimmick of just being just a tiny old man. I think besides Inu, he is the smallest character in this game, and I love that. He's adorable. But as for what he does in the story, it's kind of the same as Dash, who also honestly belongs down here in Just I Like You. Now that I've gotten over feeling bad about bad things happening to them, if I'm being honest about it. But they're cool, because just like I was saying about Auntie, how she's an anchor of someone who's unconditionally on our side. These two kind of serve the purpose of showing that we are doing a little bit of damage. People's lives, in small ways, not even directly related to the revolution, are being affected by this. And they're not having too tough of a time. They're kind of taking it in stride, but they are having to fix the fallout of what B2J and his fans are doing. So they're interesting for that reason, and I like them. They have some pretty fun personalities. I got a lot more out of Dash than I thought I would. I thought he only had like a couple of lines, but he has something different for almost every boss he defeats. Which is cool. It's cool. Robot. Honestly, yeah, we could probably bring him down one, because he's the same thing as Gigi, but where Gigi is mysterious for comedy, Robot is silent for comedy. We just kind of have to make up what's going on for him, and I don't really like that. If there is a mystery involved, then I want it solved. Otherwise, either I'm going to lose interest or I get too invested in it and get disappointed by an answer if one ever comes. And with Robot, there are little hints that there's something going on with him. Like, there's always a concern of safety between, that's being discussed between him and Zook. So, first time, Zook was telling him to be careful. Telling Robot to be careful. For what reasons, we don't know. We later learn that Robot is not a big fan of the Metro Division, which is all about robots, but Robot does not like being there. So that implies that something weird is going on there. And maybe if we looked at some of the points of interest, we could have pieced that together a little bit better. Because you can find like a, it's not destroyed, but sort of in a abandoned, like cleaner bot behind the 1010 museum thing, which implies that the robots there are being overworked or aren't prepared to actually do all of the maintenance that the Metro Division requires. So maybe that's the implication. Maybe robots running away from unfair treatment, or something's actually dangerous in there. Maybe they tried to draft him for the war, because it's every other robot we meet in the game are all designed for combat. So that's all of the NSR, drones, and bots. They're all there to basically kill you. 1010, who are sailors and presumably a part of Vinyl City's Navy, are made to kill people. And, we never got to talk about my feelings about 1010. You'd think I would have, given how prominent they are to my works, but that aside, they're made to kill people. The other bots that you see in the city, or in the Metro Division, are repurposed battle bots, so they used to be for killing people. So I think the only totally benign robots that we know of are it's the cleaner bot that you find behind the museum that's like either broken or I forget what's wrong with it. And Robot, who might actually be for combat and we just don't know it. So, you know what? Going through that top thought process, it goes back up. You belong back up here, but you're at the bottom of this tier, alright? Yurik, you move up. Yurik, you move. Do I like him more than Mia? I think his purpose in the story supersedes Mia's personality, because Mia's got a great personality. It's fun to have this kind of scaredy cat character here at all. But I think Yurik's prominence to building up B2J's character, because even though he starts a little bit hostile, I think he serves the same purpose as Auntie, as being another character who we are helping through all of the mistakes we're going through. Like I said, game's all about shades of gray. We're doing some good things, we're doing some not so good things. So, I really like him for that reason. You know what? That puts him above Zam, because Zam, in the game, doesn't have much going on. Mostly what puts him up here is everything that he could have been. And that would almost put Gigi up here, but not a big fan of this archetype, so he stays down there. Okay, talk about Auntie, Captain Torpedo. Does he belong and I would die for you? I'm gonna say yes. Because he fills up the cast of, what I call, the fanboys. Which doesn't include a couple of women, that's just a general term. I say boys gender neutrally. Which is made up of Cliff, Captain Torpedo, Kaine, Joey, and Celine. I think that's who I included in that group. But basically, they're just different takes on what a fan can be. So, Captain Torpedo, obsessive. Kaine, supportive, but she's willing to move her alliances when she finds something better that she likes, and she starts going after Neon J after 1010. But before that, she was doing a lot to try to promote them. She was busting her butt out there, trying to gather support for them, despite them being the second most rated artists in the city. So they were already pretty high up there. It makes me think or wonder, because I think I've mentioned this before on like a personal blog, about how I think 1010 and Sayu's battle fight should have been swapped due to the difficulty between them. Because, again, 1010's like one of the easiest bosses in the game, for the most part, unless you're playing at like higher difficulties. While Sayu's, I think, is way too difficult to be the second battle. At least on like first playthroughs. But, so it makes me wonder if 1010 were originally ranked a little bit lower, where it makes sense that she's trying very desperately to get people to buy into them. Like, it could be a hype thing. Maybe they were always meant to be that close to the top of the charts. But now that I think about it, trying to specifically get people to buy their music, I think implies that maybe they were supposed to be a little bit lower. But not for sure on that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the fanboys. Joey, an elitist. He's not really a fan of any particular musician. He just likes the quote-unquote classics. They were better in the old days. All that nonsense. And he's a prick about it. And he doesn't get much better even if you clear his challenges. But that's basically what it is. And Celine, I'm not sure if the purpose of her is to be vapid. Because, okay, I'm sorry, but the title screen music is driving me insane. I cannot listen to it anymore. I'll get y'all some better background music, but I cannot listen to that anymore. It's like too hyped up for this kind of slow conversation that I'm trying to have. Actually, let me make sure that... let me get a BRB so I can get you some music without changing the screen in the background. Sorry. So I had some lo-fi tunes that I saved for just an occasion. Okay. There we go. Unfortunately, that does mean that you all have seen my recommended tags, or websites that I go to, but such as it is, nothing I'm unproud of to show in there. But okay, now we got some thinking music. So what I was saying is, I don't know if the intention for Celine as a part of that fanboy group is to be vapid, because all of her concerns are about Eve being like unique, but it's also about stuff she's releasing. It's the materialism of it. Like, she talks about her coat. She talks about a bag collection. Like, she's not concerned that anyone might have gotten hurt or that the art gallery may have been, like, compromised, but she's specifically concerned that the bag collection is going to be, like, delayed. So it's more a look at it's looking at an artist as a product rather than a person. But Celine doesn't get enough lines for me to really be certain that that's what the intention of her character is. Because I'd hate for, honestly, such a shallow person to be in the game, because it's a little bit too flat for how dynamic almost all of the other characters are. Like, a lot of characters exist just as jokes. Like, Zed strikes me as one of those. Amal is one of those. Gigi is very close to being one of those. But I think he's got enough going on that he's not quite that. But, yeah, so not really sure about Celine, but that does bring her down a lot for me. And as a part of the fanboy club, Cliff kind of embodies all of the worst traits of them by being obsessive, which we get from Captain Torpedo. We get the implication that he had the dedication that K&A had. We don't see it in actuality, so we don't know the truth of that, but the implication is there. He's kind of got the artist as product mentality that Celine has, in that Cliff doesn't seem to be aware or care that Tatiana personally didn't want to do rock, and he was more concerned about what he wanted to get out of her, so that sort of possessiveness in there, and then just being a prick, a la Joey, so. But I don't know if all of that is quite intentional. That might be something I'm making up just because this game being about fandom and how we kind of interact with the people who make content like that, since we spend a lot more time with Cliff, and he's the true antagonist of this. He might just be embodying those traits incidentally, and it might not actually be that we're supposed to draw parallels between the quote-unquote fanboy characters. But I think it's an interesting thing to talk about. I think I said most of what I had to say about Cliff during the final battle segment, despite all of my distractions. But quick rundown. He's in his own tier mostly because he's basically a main character and shouldn't be compared to the rest. If I were to rank him properly on how I feel about him compared to just on a personal level, then I still put him very high up on the list. Because, to be honest, he just kind of checks a lot of the boxes I like in this kind of character. Because, to be honest, I do like kind of, I guess, pathetic characters is the best way of putting that. Characters that are desperately trying to grasp onto something that's not there because, I don't know, it makes me feel bad for them. It triggers my moe in. Oh crap, I just noticed that we're still on the BRB screen. So y'all did not see me move any of that stuff around. Alrighty. We got through most of the stream without that happening, but we had to get one. I guess it's time for me. Oh, is it not working? Did my gnome lock get changed? Oh no. I was trying to change Kuneho's emotes. I guess it's not working the way I wanted it to. It worked in my tests. What is it stuck to that I can't hold down the buttons right? Oh, that's upsetting. I was gonna use her corrupted emote. But I guess y'all will have to look at that next time because I do not want to fuss with it too much. Anyway, now that we're back on the proper screen here. Now that Cliff has properly been ranked, like him a lot, he takes I like his character archetype beyond him being a storytelling device. I like him, but in the same way that I kind of like it's hard for me to explain how Cliff's version of prickishness is different from Joey's, and if I were talking about the main characters and bosses, how it's also different from DJ Subatomic Supernova, who I've got major problems with, personally. Like, as a person. As a character, I think he works as as the first boss. It just kind of shows that, or it's supposed to represent the idea that NSR is something that would be better if you took it down, because his character is just being a prick, plain and simply. But, I don't know, I'm not the kind of character or kind of person to like asshole characters just for being assholes, you know? Like, in my opinion, Subatomic Supernova really doesn't have any sympathetic traits. So that makes me think very, very poorly of him. I like the ideas of him. I love his design. The voice work is phenomenal for him. And all of that stuff. I like everything about him aesthetically. But when I think about him for more than a little bit, he just upsets me so much. And somehow I think that's different than what Cliff does. And I'm too tired to articulate it too well, but basically, Cliff's up here for a good reason. He's up here for not really being able to rank him properly with the rest, but if just personal opinions, without thinking about the mechanics of what he does for the story, all that. Because on a personal level, he still ranks pretty highly for me. So, a lot more characters that I like than don't like. A couple of characters that just kind of exist. And if I'm being honest, Joey goes... Nah, he stays there. Everything I like about Joey, I've made up in my head. I'll put it that way. But when I think about him too long, he's got the same prickishness as Subatomic Supernova. So, not someone I personally like. I like the aesthetics of, I like the ideas. I just wish there were something. They're missing sympathetic traits. If an asshole doesn't have anything sympathetic about them, then they usually wind up here. Not that Celine's included in being a prick, she's just kind of boring. She doesn't get enough to say for me to get a good feel for her. But I think that's it. I rambled a little bit near the end, talking about main characters when we shouldn't have. The whole point was to avoid that, because I really wanted to focus on the NPCs, just to explain a little bit more about why this idea even happened. Is that I hear a lot about the main characters, like, every day, especially when this game was new. And there's a lot of love for them, because they're great characters. I love all of them, even Supernova. Because I love to hate him. But they're all great and wonderful and deserve to be talked about. But some work... the development of this game decided that there was a reason for all of these NPCs to be there. Resources, time, budget went into making all of these little guys over here. So I wanted to pay them a little bit of attention, shine a little bit of spotlight on them, because I think they deserve it. If they exist, then there was a reason for them to be there. So let's keep them So let's give them a little bit of time to acknowledge that they were there, even a little bit. Just about all of them. Like, I think all of the voice work for this game is pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. No huge complaints about, except one or two just like weird line reads, and again, I don't know if that's due to me just not being used to this kind of delivery or it actually being weird. But lots of lovable characters, only a couple I don't care for, but none that I hate, none that I would cut from this game. There's just, I would have given them more. There's no one that I think should be taken away, just characters that I think should have been given more since they're there. So, yeah, this was a fun experiment. Glad we did it. And I think we're gonna go ahead and sign off then. Because my throat is tired. No one has been here for most of this stream, but I had fun. We're gonna try this again. Don't know what game it's gonna be next time, or if it even will be a game. Maybe we'll try drawing, but yeah. That's it for me. See you next time.